Alright guys, what's up? We are back with another episode of the Masochist. Shout out to Cimo and Hossman for inventing the series. But first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, so we have a huge move in this entire thing. I have a brand new deck, and it is the first time that we're actually playing a combo deck. Right? We've played stall, we played just general decks, we played rank 4 spam, we played everything here, all the spellcasters, warriors, dragons, chaos. We tried a lot of different decks. This is our first combo deck. I'm very excited to play because we haven't had any combo decks yet. There are a few, just a few, floodgates. So the ones I had to play, they're essentially like they have to be played, like Dimensional Fissure and There Can Only Be One are like ones that I have to play, and these are just the trap cards that I feel like are just the best trap cards we've got in our deck. I can't really cut them, but other than that, this is pretty much a combo deck. The entire point is to just combo into Crusadia Avermax or Time Thief or one of our other rank 4s or what is this, or Synchros, and actually we can even use the World Chalice Guard Dragon Armaduke or whatever it's called. We can use this to finish games if we need to, but it's essentially a link spam deck, and it's really cool. We've got all of these normal monsters which benefit from a variety of things that we've got going on here. So we have things like Imduct, and we've also got not only Imduct, but we've got Land for Lankus, which will come up with other stuff. But we have Imduct, which is just a normal monster. It can help you out things. It can let you double normal summon a World Chalice monster, which we have Lee. And then on top of that, when it's linked away, we can summon a World Chalice monster from our hand. So if we have this in our opening hand, we can essentially, like if we have a normal monster in this, we can combo off. It's too much to explain, but there are a lot of combos in here. Also, on a side note, if you ever watched the series where I rank all of the different cards, if you remember, the soft-spoken guy that speaks with me actually recommended this card, which is Miracle Rupture. It lets you send a level 4 rock from your deck to the graveyard, and you can actually send Revival Golem, and Revival Golem, when it's sent to the graveyard, you can either add it to your hand or special summon it. So essentially, this is like another way to just a free level 4 that you can special summon anytime. And on top of that, we can also summon it if we get it off the top for Analyzer, so that's really cool. But this is basically a normal rank 4 spam deck. I was testing it with it, and I was having a blast. Also, it's 43 cards instead of 40, because we have Buzzsaw Shark and Right Hand Shark. So if we get to Buzzsaw Shark, all we have to do is just go into Crooked Cook, and as long as they're not playing a Kaiju, we just basically keep passing until we win the duel, because this stops Crooked Cook from being destroyed by battle. Crooked Cook is unaffected by all their cards as long as you have nothing on the field, and you essentially win the duel. So it's absolutely kind of bananas, but that's kind of, it's not an option we want to go into, but it's still cool. So this is our deck, first combo deck that we've ever played. I cut the Barrier Statue, Yugioh, everything. The only day 1 card I think we have in here is There Can Only Be One. Everything else is not a day 1. Maybe this. Is this a day 1 card, or I pulled it later? I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure every single day 1 card is essentially gone. But a lot of weird stuff went into this. Let's play. Alright, this is the first day of the new season. And, of course, since it's the first, last time was the furthest we've ever gotten was Platinum 3. That was the furthest any Masochist has gotten on camera. And now we have to start essentially from gold all over again. Alright, so here is our first game in their new deck, and it's already looking like kind of good here. We've got Arborea. Right off this Buzzsaw Shark, so we at the very least, now we're playing against Trap Trick, which is really frustrating to play against, but what is positive is that we're already like off to a fairly decent start here. It's a really good hand. If I wasn't playing against Trap Trick, I would be very confident about it. But obviously playing against Trap Trick is incredibly annoying. But yeah, we have a lot of combo potential here. If we draw a normal monster, we have a lot of different ways to get to. We have a lot of different ways to get to Mech Knight Crusadia or Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. Now again, Trap Trick is a really infuriating deck to play against because again they have so many interruptions, and he's already got 3 cards face down. Depending on the level of purity in his deck, it really could end very poorly for us. But I guess we'll see. But this isn't bad at all. Special summon from your hand while you control no monster. So we have special summon, and then we have a special summon. We have 2 conflicting special summons, which kind of sucks. But I guess we'll have to see how things go. So we're gonna special summon out the Photon Thrasher and see if our opponent responds with anything. We'd also have the Small World. We'll probably get rid of Buzzsaw Shark. We got to get to a normal monster of some kind. Alright, they're going to activate the Halatea to special summon, and then they're going to special summon another one, and then they're going to set with the Sarah. Like I said, this is not the kind of deck you want to play against. If this was our other deck, we probably would have just scooped already, because it's like it's a deck you never want to go second against. Alright, so he's going to summon out this girl, the new one. Same as all the during the main phase, you can special summon it. It's not really. I don't know why he summoned this one. That's not really. He should have summoned the one that pops the spawn trap card. It's mandatory, and then he could have set a card off of. I don't know why he did that. But I think I'm going to activate Small World here because I want to get to a normal monster of any kind. Buzzsaw Shark right now isn't really doing too much for us. I haven't even normal summoned yet. I mean, technically I can get rid of Arborea, but I'd rather keep Arborea because I want to combo off. And Buzzsaw Shark, actually, Nahat is really not doing anything for us right now, so I'll get rid of that. And I'll banish anything that's, I don't know, it doesn't really matter what I banish, but as long as it's a normal monster. I can banish, this is actually a target for something else. I'll just banish the metal foes and it'll get me to another level 4 that's not a fire. So I'll just get to any other level 4 and it should be fine. So I'll just get to the Megalo Smasher since it's high leveled. And then I'll be able to combo off here. Because I didn't normal summon yet, so I'm going to go ahead and once my opponent chooses what to do, I'm going to normal summon the Megalo Smasher. And they're going to Gozen match. Which will honestly just end the game. I can't really play through that. There's nothing I can do. We got floodgated, it happens, nothing we can do. Like I said, the combo potential was definitely there. I would have gotten to Avermax, but like I can't play through a Gozen match. We have our back row removal in Masochist is just so incredibly limited. I also could have searched Tiamaton there, and then I could have technically I could have popped that column, but even then it's just, you know, I would have had to search it with Small World. Unfortunate, but like I said, Trap Trick, going second against Trap Trick is a very tough matchup. Alright, so we just won the coin flip, and our hand is looking pretty serious. We didn't draw any normal monsters, but we have at least a rank 4 here, at least. We can go into Crooked Cook and just pass. And then, how many cards are we playing? 38, and technically they're playing more cards. So, Crooked Cook doesn't even work, because they just randomly are playing more cards. Yeah, we can just go into Crooked Cook and just end on that. I think that is... We can go into any rank 4. We can go into Crooked Cook, or... Yeah, I'm going to normal summon Buzzsaw Shark here. I'm going to temporarily kind of just go into something else. I'm going to target itself. See if our opponent has a response. They don't. Right Hand Shark. And then we're just going to go into Crooked Cook. We're going to put him in defense. The only thing that Crooked Cook loses to is... the only thing he really loses to is... like Piercing, or a Kaiju, or Underworld Goddess. As long as it's not any of those things, we're pretty much good here. They're playing Zodiacs, I would imagine, Fire Formation, or... Oh, okay, so they're playing these guys, not Zodiacs. Tri-Brigade, which is fine with me. And I was going to say we're going to lose, but like I said, as long as they're not... They're going to mill a bunch of cards and send a bunch of cards to equalize the cards in our decks. But as long as they're not playing... as long as they aren't playing a certain card, and that card is the Underworld Goddess, I'm pretty sure we're going to win this duel. Alright, they're going to go to battle phase. They're going to attack with this thing. We're unaffected. They're actually playing Gladiator Beast, which is kind of cool. It's Gladiator Beast with Tri-Brigade, which is a really cool deck, and now they're going to be able to do all of their Gladiator Beast stuff in the battle phase on summon. But that just probably actually helps us, because they're going to send stuff, and they're going to special summon from the deck, and honestly, like I said, it's probably just going to help us more than it helps them. They're going to shuffle all these monsters back. And they're going to go into the Tamer, and the Tamer's a pretty good card too. He's going to let him summon this one. This one actually has a negate, but I don't think anything has piercing. So as long as they... Yeah, nothing here has piercing, so I don't really care. As long as nothing has piercing, we're pretty much golden. And this has a negate, which is kind of cool. Negate the activation, destroy it. I'm going to go into Test Panther. Yeah, I think he has a pretty cool deck. Add a Gladiator Beast card. I can summon the Bestial Magnum, but I don't see a reason to right now. Yeah, our opponent's kind of just going off here. I'm kind of impressed. This card is really, really good. It lets him this lets him destroy 2 cards on the field, but again, we're unaffected by everything. So it's pointless for him to do that. He's doing everything right now, but like there's nothing that he has that can destroy it other than Underworld Goddess. Now this card is actually really broken, because it lets you summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your extra deck, which it essentially just cheats it out, ignoring summoning conditions, and I don't think that's once per turn. So you can just summon it. Now the reason they came out with this card and it's so broken is because it came out when links were were about to drop. So it didn't matter that this card came out, because it was so difficult to actually pull any of this off. So they didn't have any issue dropping this card, but this card is actually like really actually very, very strong now that links are gone. Or I shouldn't say that links are gone per se, it's that links aren't as relevant as they were before, where you have to summon to a link zone. But our opponent's going to keep comboing off here. He's going to use Shirag probably to target my monster, but again, it's unaffected by everything, so he can activate it, but it just won't do anything. He's going to go into Verde Anaconda, and his extra deck just keeps dropping in cards, which is very, very good to see. He's going to send Destiny. Again, he would have... See, like, this is what I'm talking about. If we didn't have this card, we probably would have lost here. But I don't think there's anything... Unless he has a Kaiju, I don't think there's a thing that he can really activate right now that could even stop this Crooked Cook. He's going to set 1 card, 2 cards, and pass. Yeah, we're going to go back to our turn. I have Chaining Off, so it doesn't bother me about the Bestial Magnamut. And I'm just going to go... Great card, and if I had drawn that going first, I would have activated that, but there's no point. We just go to end phase. And again, our opponent has 30 cards. We have 36. He's going to activate the Destiny Hero. But again, our monster's unaffected by everything. So that's smart to do regardless, because the Destiny Fusion was going to destroy his monster regardless. So he had no point not to do it. Which we actually have. Destiny Fusion is one of those cards that we still do have. And we can use if we ever pull Phoenix Enforcer. Alright, they're going to make a Nightmare Unicorn. I don't think they understand what's going on here. I don't think they get the idea here. They just cannot... Like, this is unaffected. There's not a card that they can activate. Again, unless it's a Kaiju or Piercing, which if they have, they have. I accept it, but unless they have that, there's nothing that they can possibly do. So now I think we just keep passing, because we have no reason not to activate anything ever. So we just keep going to end phase until we win the duel. And I'll probably just for you guys, I will just skip back to I'll just skip back to when something important happens, because I don't think you guys want to watch me pass back and forth all this time. Alright, so my opponent just activated Dark Ruler No More, which again, this card is still unaffected, even by Dark Ruler No More. Which was a nice try, but again, it's still unaffected, even by Dark Ruler No More. This guy has, like, he's struggling, he's fighting for his life, and I respect it. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Look at this lost connection, what's going on? I think we might have a Rage Quit on our hands here. Oh, we have a Rage Quit, that's great, wow. That's incredible. That was just that was such a stupid win. That was the best board we've ever broken. We didn't do shit. We just sat there. Wow, okay, so we've got one free card, which is Royal Guard, goofy looking card, level 6, 1900, not happening, one legacy ticket, and we broke. That was the best board we've ever broken. That was like insane. We didn't have to do anything, we just sat there. That was great. And so this is what our opponent was playing. They indeed did not have a Kaiju in the main deck, and they indeed did not have a Underworld Goddess in the extra deck, so there was no way that they could possibly out our monster. It was physically impossible. Alright, let's open up this master pack. It's already glowing, which is phenomenal. I'm very excited for this. We've got an Element Saber, not happening. An Evolozar. Not that great. Encode Talker, 2 Cybers monsters. We don't really have enough Cyber stuff to really make it playable, but that card's not bad based on what I saw. And Gen X monsters, I don't think that's happening. What is this? Oh, it's Dracoon Lamp. Alright, so this card's actually not like a terrible card if we had more dragons. Or not dragons, right? Worms. If we had more worms, it wouldn't be too bad. This isn't a bad card. It's a level 6 tuner. It's not a bad card. It's a normal monster and it's a level 6 tuner. It's not a bad card. It's just we don't really have any way to really use that or utilize it. Photon Saddle is not really usable, and Vampire Awakening. Special summon a vampire from your deck destroyed during the end phase. We do have Vampire Fraulein and some other vampires. We have a decent amount of vampires, but right now it's not really usable in any way that I can think of, unless we play like more of our zombie deck. But I've said this before, the zombies that we have like the B tier zombies. We don't have there's like the A tier zombies are like Unizombie, Necroworld Banshee. We have all of like the B tier guys. Like Vampire Sucker and stuff like that. If we had like some of the better zombies, I think we could really get away with something crazy. But right now, that just kind of goes into the background. Nothing really too usable for our immediate decks. Alright, let's open up this master ticket. Let's open up the ticket. See if we get anything crazy out of this one. Alright, so we've got Jar Turtle. And this is a level 4 Fiend. If this was a level 4 Spellcaster, I would have played it. And then the Jar Turtle. Each time Jar Greed is activated, draw an extra card. Its defense is actually pretty good, but if we had Jar of Greed, maybe I would have played it, but I mean, strong maybe. And then this card looks kind of crazy. I actually like the artwork, but doesn't really fit our deck in any way. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is looking pretty solid, actually. Yeah, it really is looking pretty solid. So I think we have, this is a Spellcaster, and this is actually a solid hand. Alright, so we're going to normal summon Run Ryu. I'm sorry, normal summon this. We're going to special summon out the Run Ryu in attack mode. We're going to link this dude away into... Do we have another normal monster in hand? Yeah, we do. Okay. We're going to link away this dude into Link's Spider. And then we're going to be able to special summon the Pendulum dude out. So we're going to special summon him out to the field right there. I think we have at least an Avermax if we want to, and possibly more. So that's good enough. We're going to go Imduct. Imduct is really good, and so I'll show you why Imduct is really good. But we've got Imduct, and then we're going to get an extra free normal summon, so we're going to be able to normal summon Lee. And now we can activate Lee. Lee can search, actually, funny enough, Lee can search Lee. This is another thing I have to talk to you guys about later, but some of the World Chalice monsters are actually locked behind the starter deck, so I don't think I can possibly ever acquire them. I have to check if maybe they're in the Legacy pack, or they're in the solo mode. But there's certain cards that are only in the solo mode, and I may not be able to ever get them, so I might just have to be able to play them, because if there's no way to acquire them, and we might have to do something about that. But yeah, we're gonna get rid of those two. Now we can keep comboing off here essentially forever. We're gonna link away this and this, and we're gonna get into another Lee, or get into this, and then since this was linked away, we get to a Lee. Special summon this Lee out if we want to. Defense, and I just realized we can get to we have nothing that we can we can get to Mr. Crusader Avermax, but unfortunately I shouldn't have summoned that Lee out. I should have just kept the Paleozoic Dino Miscus. I really had no reason to do that. I should have just, yeah, I should have just, I didn't have to special summon that for any reason. I just kind of got excited. So now we're going to summon out the Crusader Avermax. I think we're just going to pass, and we'll see if our opponent has an out to what we've got going on. But we'll leave the Paleozoic Deinonychus for later. We might need it, like I said, for a later date. Depending on what deck they're playing, this is pretty good, though. Crusader Avermax can be hard to out. But I should have definitely left that behind. They're playing Unicorn and probably the other Kashtira cards. I'm trying to think, what out does Kashtira have for Crusader Avermax? Now they've got Infernoble cards, which can search the Fire Girl in the other deck, the annoying Fire Girl, the one that OTKs. No, okay, so it's a Vanquish Soul card. Vanquish Soul definitely has an out to Crusader Avermax. Now, we are playing at the beginning of the month, which can be a little bit scary, because the problem with the beginning of the month is it's essentially all of the people in Platinum all got moved down to Gold. So it's essentially all of the Platinum 1 people that we're playing against, because it's the beginning of the month. And obviously they're quite good. It's going to summon out Caesar. After, I don't remember if this guy targets or not. This destroys one other card on the field, non-targeting. If he reveals an Earth, Fire, and Dark, which hopefully he doesn't have, but he's going to reveal an Earth, a Fire, and the Dark. So he's going to be able to destroy a card. He's going to destroy this card. Fantastic. He already outed it. Yeah, I definitely misplayed there. I should have. I'm going to shuffle this back. I definitely misplayed there. I think we just scoop it up now. We blew it completely. Well, I blew it, but I should not have summoned this world, the extra Lee. I had no reason to really summon. I just flexed for no reason. I summoned it, but now he's obviously, I'm down to 2 cards and he's got all of this. Alright, so this is our hand. We just won the coin flip. It's not looking too bad, honestly. We've got, at the very least, a Time Thief, right? We have a Time Thief, if I'm looking at it correctly. A Time Thief and an Imduct, if we want to, or a Time Thief. Actually, yeah, we have a Time Thief plus, Time Thief plus a Link Spider is what we've got on the field. So I think that's what we're going to go for. We're going to normal summon the Mekhanite, not the Mekhanite, the Mecha Phantom Beast to summon a token. And we're going to link the token away into a Link Spider. And then we're going to special summon this Yugioh card out. So we're special summon that out in attack mode. So that's not too bad right there. And then we can go into Time Thief, because technically we can go into the Magic Key, but I mean, that's going to allow us to search. But I think this Time Thief will just do more for us. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that we can really go into. I don't think we can stretch ourselves into anything more. Actually, we can. We can get to a Crusader Avermax with a Dimension Fission or Crackdown. You guys think that would be a better play right now? Yeah, I think that would be... So it's Time Thief or it's a Crusader Avermax with Dimension Fissure. I think, honestly, Crusader Avermax under Dimension Fissure with Crackdown is probably better. So we're going to go into the Reaperdocus. This is going to be a little bit crazy right now. I don't want, hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats. Relax, guys. This is going to get a little crazy. I'm going to activate Reaperdocus. I'm making this up on the go. We're going to activate, change the monster type. We're going to change him to a, where is it at? Spellcaster. That'll allow us to special summon the Nefariousness. And now we can still go into the rank 4 even if we want to. But we're not going to go into the rank 4. Like I said, we're going to go into Mr. We still can go into the Time Thief, but we're not going to. We're going to go into Land for Lankus with these two. This just got a little bit crazy. We're going to go into the Land for Lankus. And now we can go into Crusader Avermax. So we have Crusader Avermax plus Crackdown plus Dimensional Fissure. I think that's probably a better board than than just a random Link Monster and Time Thief. Right? It's probably just a little bit better. And then we just pass on this. I think that's a pretty solid board. That is like, as far as boards go, like the only thing we could possibly, if our deck, the only thing we could possibly like change would probably be like there can only be one instead of this Crackdown. And that would probably be just slightly better. Maybe if we still played Barrier Statue in this variant, I think that could be pretty crazy. But overall, this is a pretty good one. All right, they're going to Raigeki us. Listen, shit happens. What can you do? Sometimes your opponent just draws the out. They're better than you. And we're going to see what else they have. They're going to activate the Abyss Dragon. This is, I believe, the Sword Soul card. If a monster is banished by a card effect, of course a monster is banished by a card effect because of our own card. Summon this card. Banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is special summon, target a field. Target one card in the field zone and one monster your opponent controls. That's not happening. Alright, it's fine. Whatever. So, we got incredibly unlucky. They had a Raigeki, and then they had a card that combos off Raigeki. But it's fine. I'm going to keep my head up. They have Long Wan, which is super annoying. They're going to banish the Ashina. Fantastic. I'm probably going to steal... This sucks, because I don't know what deck they have. If they go into Baron de Fleur, we're fucked. But, I mean, there's two things that I can steal. I can steal this dude right here, or I could just steal this token. If I steal the token, then they can't go into anything. So I think the smarter thing to steal would probably be this token. I can steal this token, or I can steal this guy right here. I don't know why this was even set, but probably the smarter thing to steal would be one of these two. I think I'm probably going to steal this token because you can't do anything without this token. So I'm probably just going to steal this thing. And if he goes to battle phase, he goes to battle phase. He just wipes out our monster. But like I said, if he goes into Baron de Fleur, we're in really deep trouble, because then he pops this and then he pops this and negates this, and then we just lose. All right, so we're going to lose that token. We're still in a board state where I think it's still fine. It's still fine. We're still in decent shape. It's just... That's not a good draw. We're a little bit on the defensive right now. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, that was unlucky. Raigeki off the top was unlucky. But if you think about it, like, our old deck was just Barrier Statue with some cards protecting it from battle. So, technically speaking, we would have just lost to that anyway. It's just we put a lot more effort into putting a board onto the field, but now, and then we lost it, rather than just, here's a normal summon, and then we lose it. If we had Crusadia Arborea in the mix, that would have been cool. Alright, so this is nice. We can go into some kind of monster here. So we're going to set this Ancient Sorcerer, and then we're going to activate this, the Squire. We're going to summon the Squire out, and then we're going to, yes, activate the effect, reduce its level by 1, activate this effect, flip this over, and I actually think that the better card to go into right now is actually the Sue Ship. Either the Sue Ship's pretty good. This isn't bad because it gives us a monster. Honestly, this isn't even bad. I should have actually put this in attack mode, and I could have wiped this out and attacked this and destroyed it. Would have had 2 monsters on board. That actually wouldn't have been bad, but... So we have Time Thief, but I actually think Sue Ship would be pretty good, and this wouldn't be too bad either. But I think Sue Ship's probably the better option right now. In this game state, the Sue Ship's pretty good. So we're going to go into Sue Ship because it'll help us wipe out 2 monsters. The problem with Time Thief is that right now it just outs... Time Thief essentially just outs 1 monster. And then I have to leave it up to chance as to whether or not I can out this one. So I'm going to pop this now, and both of them are going to get destroyed. And now we go to main phase 2 and just pass here. Like I said, maybe the other option could have been Imduct and then just leave the Penguin in attack mode. That could have been the other option. The Penguin and the Imduct. Our opponent's setting cards. That's nice to see. They're going to summon Taya, and yeah, there's nothing in the graveyard to banish. I'm not going to activate that effect. The Variousness is still like I haven't used that graveyard effect, but there will be a time when it actually does come up. We drew the Inari Fire. I think we just summon it and then just go to battle. We go to battle for sure. So we're going to attack the Taya. Hopefully this is not Blackout Mirror Force. Even better than Blackout. This guy with his ancient cards is just destroying us right now. So I guess we go to main phase 2 and we live with our decisions. I guess we could have... I mean, there's no way that I would have known he was going to have a Mirror Force. Like, Raigeki's understandable. There's meta decks with Raigeki. But who in the right mind would have seen that coming? Is that enough? No, it's 36. I don't even know why I had to check. Yeah, we have 200 life points left. And I was unlucky. What can you do? Nahata is not enough. It's only 1,000 defense, so... Yeah, it's only 1,000 defense. That's game. There's nothing we can do. We lost this one. That sucks. He drew every good card that he could have possibly drew. Like, yeah, that was really unlucky. There's nothing that I can really say there. That was just really, really unlucky. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand's looking pretty solid, actually. We've got Bee Trooper Descent, 2 normal monsters, 10 goldfish. I mean, again, we have, like, at the very least, we have access to Time Thief plus Mech Knight Crusade Avermax. Now our opponent is playing Cyber Darks, which means they're going to combo off for the next 10 minutes and end on a monster that's unaffected by everything. And we will have to live with that. But I guess we just have to sit through it because we don't really have any hand traps. The only hand trap we have Tiamaton, and we have other ones. We have Tiamaton. We got a couple of hand traps. We have Phantasme, which we don't play because every time we use Phantasme, our opponent doesn't use a link deck, so that Phantasme's out. On top of that, we've got Tiamaton, which is good. We have Bestial Magnum, which we happen to not draw because it would have been good right now because if it can interact with the graveyard of the Cyber Darks. And then there's also the other last hand trap that we have, which is not Maxi, but we have the other Cockroach, which essentially sets itself and then flips itself and destroys all monsters on our opponent's board. But it can also destroy it also destroys itself, so it can get bad sometimes. But they're going to be able to get to the big unaffected monster depending on what their board actually ends up looking like. As long as they don't have any other interruptions other than the monsters unaffected by everything, I actually think we're good. Because if we can get to a Mech Knight Crusade Avermax, Mech Knight Crusade Avermax actually outs the monster that's unaffected by everything. So it's actually not as big of a problem as we might think that it is. Again, as long as they don't have any other interruptions. So they're going to go into Cyber Darkness Dragon, and then they're going to equip one monster, and then I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this, and them ending and passing here, or if they go into the one that's unaffected by everything, I'm still kind of fine with that. I think the one that's unaffected by everything only has one interruption on it. Was that Cyber Dragon wearing a chain? Alright, so let's see what this... Unaffected by... Okay, once per turn, send one equip monster from either... you can equip one monster to this card. That's fine. So they can equip that thing. And then they're going to also equip the Attachment Siren. He's going to gain 600, and you can target one dragon. Okay, that's fine. So right now he has no other interruptions. So essentially we're playing with our opponent not having a single interruption. That's good. And I think we can out this. I don't see why we can't. It's unaffected by everything, but Crusade Avermax doesn't care if his monster's unaffected by everything. Our board is looking pretty solid. I mean, our hand's looking pretty solid. I think we actually have what we need to accomplish this right now. So, yeah, we're going to start comboing. I don't even know what to activate first. Nothing locks us into anything, right? Just to make sure. Nothing locks us into anything. I actually can possibly destroy a spawn trap card if I use Reaper-Docus correctly. I think we start with Tin Goldfish, honestly. I think we start with Tin Goldfish. So we're going to activate Tin Goldfish, see if our opponent has any responses. They do not have a response. So now we can summon either Right Hand Shark or... I think we summon one of the normals, obviously, because if you use the normals, they can help you get to other things. Okay, so now we can do other things. Okay, let's activate out the Beach Trooper Descent. Summon one of these guys. And now we're going to go into Link Spider with this token. And with this token, we're going to go and special summon this dude out. And now we can activate Miracle Rupture 2. Miracle Rupture can get us another level 4 monster, which is kind of cool. We can send Revival Golem. We can actually add it to hand, or we can activate it and then it's mandatory special summon it. This is a crazy pile of stupid cards. I'm not going to lie. This is like super stupid looking, but I don't really care because it's going to work. We can actually out this. We can actually out this monster. Funny enough, we can actually out it with this Magic-E monster because to start a damage step, if it battles an opponent's monster while equipped with the same attribute as a normal monster or a Magic-E monster, you can detach a material and make your opponent send that monster. We can make our opponent send their monster to the graveyard, so we can actually do that too. So it's not even like we have multiple outs, and all we have to do is use a dark monster. This is dark, so even if they're unaffected, we can still make them send their monster to the graveyard. But I would rather go into Crusade Avermax, but honestly, that wouldn't be too dumb because again, we just need a... Can I get to... With the rest of my stuff, can I get to a monster? Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go Land for Lankus. Use this and this to go land for Lankus. And then we go... I think we go... Use this plus this to make Reaper Docus. And then we go into Crusader Avermax here. We go Crusader Avermax. I just realized our opponent's life points were lower than ours, like significantly, so we actually could have just... we could have just finished our opponent off. I didn't realize... I forgot that they paid life points. And now we attack directly. So I'm kind of dumb for that. We could have actually finished them off if I had played that a little more properly, but now they're left at 1150, so I'm feeling fairly confident they only have one card. What I should have done is I actually should have gone into this dude right here. I should have just gone into the Magic Key, made him send his own monster to the graveyard, and then I could have gone into Time Thief, and I think I would have actually won that one, and now I'm giving him too much life. He's going to go into Cyber Dragon. He can actually out our Crusader Avermax here, which is kind of annoying. If he's playing the one that contact fuses with our Link monster. Yeah, that was really dumb on my part. I should have just gone into the correct... I should have just gone into that Magic-y monster, made him out his own monster, attacked him directly with all my monsters, and I would have won. Oh, he's going to scoop it up anyway. Yeah, that was... I almost blew that. That was actually kind of scary. I almost blew it. I thought he was going to... If I was sitting in the other chair, I would have beat him. If I was sitting in the other chair, I would have been better off. Because like I said, he should have just linked my... he should have just contact fused my monster away and then just finished me off. We got 3 legacy tickets. Alright, let's get this master pack. It's glowing. That's good. But like I said, we need a lot of cards that aren't even hollow. So I don't really care about whether it's hollow or not. Mental Tuner. This card's pretty good for our Chaos deck. Like, it's actually fairly good. We've got a Dino Wrestler. I don't think this is really usable for us, and we already have it. This is an Ice Barrier card that I don't believe is too usable for us. Gold Pride, don't have any of those. Naturia Dragonfly, yeah, I don't think that this is really usable for us. This is a Tydangle card. We have so many of this. We might even have 4 copies of that. And then our last card is Branded Regained. No way! That's crazy. That's such a beautiful card. And we have a Chaos deck. And this is such a fantastic card. And in Royal Rare. And you guys know what the Royal Rare means. It activates the Royal Rule. And this is crazy. We've pulled lately so many Royal Rares. It's like on my main account I never pull Royal Rares. And now we've got another Royal. And this is one I would love to have on my main account. This is a really, really nice Royal Rare. So we get to open whatever secret pack this opens. Or we get to open not only whatever secret pack this opens, or we can open whatever... If it doesn't open a secret pack, we get to open a master pack. So it does open a secret pack. It's the Dragon's King, or the, yeah, Dragon's King pack. So we get to open one of these since, you know, the Royal Rule, and it's an ultra rare. This is insane. This is insane. That's crazy. Yeah, so those of you don't remember, if we pull a Royal Rare, we get to open whatever pack, one single pack of whatever the Royal Rare unlocks, or we can, if it doesn't unlock one, we get to open up a any pack. Like we get to open up a master pack. So we got a Gusto card, yet another Gusto card. Spellbook Tower, not really usable for us. Really good card. This is probably going in the deck. This is a generic, totally generic. Level 12 Synchro Monster. I don't know which deck this is going into. Can't be destroyed by battle. Dinosaur monsters, special summon from the graveyard, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. Your opponent cannot target them with card effects. Okay, if this card is destroyed, shuffle 1 normal monster in your graveyard into your deck, special summon this card. Honestly, not even that bad in our normal monster deck, but it's one of those cards. It's 3 monsters, essentially. It's a tuner. So, like, it's a tuner, and it's really not bad in our normal monster deck. Like I said, it's really not bad. Because essentially, as long as we have a normal monster in the graveyard, we can special summon this card back. That's pretty good. It's 3600 attack. It recurs itself. Can't be destroyed by battle. And if it's destroyed by card effect, it summons itself back. The only thing is, like I said, it basically requires the Adamancipator plus 2 monsters. So it's a little tough to summon, but it's really not a bad card whatsoever. Hieratic Seal of Supremacy. Special summon 1 Hieratic monster from your hand. We have a lot of Hieratic stuff. Another copy of this. Another copy of this. We have a playset of the Asset. And then we've got a Light Pulsar, which we already have. So that's crazy. We have so much Hieratic stuff that we've pulled from the Master Pack. It's outrageous. And then our totally random card is Bingo Machine Go, which can reveal 3 cards, and then as long as they have blue eyes in the name, we can add them to our hand, and I don't think we have enough cards to actually reveal. So the only usable card that we pulled out of all of this is probably the Transcendosaurus Glaciosaurus. So, and it's a decent, like I said, this is a pretty good card. It's tough to out, especially in the right game state. This is actually a tough card to out. Plus we have, so what tuners do we have? Yeah, it's basically any 2 level 4 monsters plus the Adamantipator equals this dude. And then he's pretty hard to out. Like, he really is a fairly difficult card to out. Because if he's destroyed, our normal monsters, we just recur it. It's really good. So let's go open those legacy tickets. Alright, so here are the legacy tickets. Yeah, like solid pulls a second ago. Let's hope we can continue that in here. We've got Fortress Whale, not happening. Sleeping Lion, not happening. Actually, I have to check if Sleeping Lion is a spellcaster, because if it is, I'll play him. And then we've got Dark Fall, which I've never seen in my life. This card's actually not bad. Basically, if our opponent summons 2 monsters with the same name at the same time, we send all of them to the graveyard, and then all monsters with the same name to the graveyard. Never seen this card either. Sinister Sprocket. It's not a good card, and I probably won't be using it. Let's see what else we've got. Alright, we've got a Cloudian monster, not happening, and a Fire Formation card, so I don't think that this is really usable for us. So nothing on, kind of a dud on this. This is a beast, it's not a... Oh, yeah, it's a beast, so it's not going to be workable. Okay, so to update the Chaos deck, I can't believe we pulled a second copy of Branded Regained. Royal Rare. That is just crazy. That's such a great pull. And then on top of that, we pulled some other nice stuff. We pulled this for the Chaos deck, the Mental Tuner, which is a tuner that special summons, that basically we can recur things into the graveyard. So our Banished Lights and Darks you can put back into the graveyard and then use their effects all over again. So that is fairly cool. And then the other card that's really good that we pulled is this Transcendosaurus. I think this is a very interesting card. I'm definitely going to at least star this card. It probably will go, yes, we want to save, in our normal monster deck. I mean, this card seems pretty crazy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to summon it. The only card that I would consider really cutting is maybe the Harpy, the Cyber Slash Harpy, because I don't see myself really going into it too much because we don't have a lot of spells and trap cards in this particular version of the deck. And we've got this card right here, the Adamantipator Analyzing. This plus any 2 monsters will basically go into this Transcendosaurus. And he, like I said, 3,600 attack is not nothing. Like, that's a decent amount of attack. It's a decent monster. So I think for now I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to keep it in the background. I might actually put him in next time. I might put him in the normal monster deck, because it does have some really cool synergy. It's right now, it's between him and Cyber Slash Harpy. That's really like the question that I have. If I had any level 8s, then I'd probably just play that, because then it'd just be a level 4. It would just be like a level 4. Actually, hold on a second. I just realized Transcendosaurus is a water, so we can even summon it off of Penguin Squire. And we have this tuner, which is the Rocket Caliber. I think I'm going to cut the Harpy, and I'm going to cut the Cyber Slash Harpy. I'm going to try the Transcendosaurus just because it's new. I want to try new stuff out, so I'm going to play it. So I'm going to save that, and let's go back into dueling. I think that would be interesting. Like I said, I just realized it's a water monster, so we can actually summon it off the Penguin Squire. Plus we have this, and we do have a dark monster, right? Yeah, we have the Brute Enforcer, so we can actually special summon. We got to make sure we can actually summon the Rocket Caliber. But yeah, I think that should be good. Let's go duel. All right, we just lost a coin flip, but our hand is, I'd say, looking fairly solid. Again, we have Miracle Rupture, a lot of special summons here, so I'm fairly cool with what we have. Our hand is, it's got a decent amount of summons available to us, which is nice, but it's not like the greatest hand in the world. But honestly, what I like about this deck is that it pretty much does the same thing whether we're going first or second. It pretty consistently does the same thing. It's a combo deck, and it's fun to play. There's essentially no floodgates, and going second is still difficult to do, but at least it's a little bit more manageable. Now they're going to go into Sprites. Sprites is a deck you never want to go second against, but again, the thing is, right now we're going we're playing at the beginning of the month, so essentially all the decks that we're playing against are going to be meta decks to some degree. So even if it's not like tier 1 meta, like Snake Eye, for example, we're going to be playing against, you know, tier 2, tier 3 meta, like Sprites, for example. Sprite is probably like a tier 2 deck right now. maybe no, probably not tier. It's probably like a tier 3 deck. It's a pretty solid deck, but it's not like a super good deck. It's been hit multiple times, but it's still a very good deck. And just every deck we've played against today has been like, you know, a tier 2, tier 3 deck. So we're gonna keep, I think, playing against this kind of stuff. The only way we beat these decks in the past is by going first and using a barrier statue, but we can't really cheese wins like that anymore because we're actually playing a pretty fair deck now. Alright, so this is our opponent's end board. It's looking pretty serious. Obviously, they've got the Melfi of the Forest, Sprite Elf, Carrot, negate spells and trap cards. We have one spell and trap card, so it's not really that big of a deal. So I think the first thing we're going to do, based on this board, is just special summon the Hata. And then they've got the Melfis, which can do a variety of things also. Yeah, they're going to be able to return this to hand, and then you can usually like synchro summon or do something dumb. So we're going to activate the Rupture, the Miracle Rupture. Hopefully he doesn't negate it, because hopefully he just thinks, it's some throwaway spell card, I'm not going to negate it. This is our only spell and trap card that we can even activate that matters. So hopefully he does not negate this, thinking there's a better card to negate, because honestly there is not a better card to negate. He's going to activate the Sprite Elf to special summon Sprite, which one was that? Blue. Blue lets him add a card. Adding a card doesn't matter right now, so I'm perfectly fine with him adding a card. So we're going to send Revival Golem, and then we're going to activate that, obviously. Now, thankfully, he doesn't have the other card in play. Yeah, he's going to be able to add. He doesn't have the Sprite Red. I believe Sprite Red is the one that negates monster effects. Carrot's pretty good, though, too. He's going to be able to add Sprite Red, which is the card that he should have on the field. But hopefully, by the time that it matters, we'll have everything that we need on the field. So we're going to summon out the Revival Golem. And now we just kind of have to play intelligently from this point forward. This is a spellcaster. Yes, this is a spellcaster. So we're going to normal summon the Ancient Sorcerer. We're going to special summon out the Inari Fire. And our opponent still has interruptions, which is crazy that they still, through all of this, have interruptions. We're going to go ahead and link summon the Link Spider. We have a lot of tuners, but we actually haven't drawn any of them. We're going to summon Link Spider. And Link Spider, we're going to activate to special summon Neo the Swordsman. I can't believe we're comboing off with this absolute pile of garbage. Like, it's just mind-numbing to me that we are comboing off with some of these cards. I can't believe that some of this stuff actually works out for us. Sometimes we're going to special summon with the Lee. We're summoning so many Link monsters in some of these cases that we might actually, it wouldn't even be a bad idea to... Yeah, we're summoning so many Link monsters that wouldn't even be a bad idea to start playing more Link monsters now that we can like special summon. We might need to bring back other stuff. This gives us an extra normal summon. We're going to activate the Search. They're going to activate Ash Blossom to stop our Lee, which is fine. Actually, that's completely fine, because now he can leave us alone about Lee. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Leave us alone now. Now we can go into... We can start trying to break his board, so I think Time Thief would be pretty good. I think we have enough to get the Time Thief plus Crusade Avermax, or we can go Time Thief plus Ikura class ship, and then we can attack and do some damage. We can do it that way. But Time Thief's pretty good, because, obviously, Time Thief is Time Thief. And then we can also go... Crooked Cook's not doing anything. This dude's not doing anything. He doesn't have anything that's unaffected. It just searches a normal monster, so we don't have to really do that. I think we just go Time Thief, and then we just go into the Link place. I think that should be more than good enough right now. So we go Link Spider plus the World Chalice right there. So we summon those two, and then we go... 2 more links here. We go, guess we can go Reaper-Docus here. Not that it really matters. We go Reaper-Docus. They could have Nibiru, so I probably should have done something with these two before Nibiru was play. So I'm probably going to make Time Thief first before... I should probably make Time Thief first, just in case he does activate Nibiru, because I can get Time Thief off the board. But he'd have to be pretty crazy to Nibiru his own board away, because his board's not... It's not good, but I mean, he's got a lot of stuff on the field. Alright, so now we're going to make the Crusade Avermax, which is insane to me that we can even go into it. We're going to use these guys, make Crusade Avermax. We also could have... Oof, I just realized I goofed a little bit. That wouldn't have been a game anyway, but I actually could have gone into this Contact Fusion dude the World Chalice, Guard Dragon. I could have gone into one more Link monster, and I could have gone into this dude. And he can attack all monsters our opponent controls once each. But we can banish one Link monster with the same Link rating and then destroy our opponent's monster and do the same amount of damage or something like that. He's going to activate this. Return it and special summon 2 Melfi's from his deck. Up to 2, which is fine. He's going to return that. You can target one face-up monster, and what does it do? And then it can negate it. But I'm just going to activate the Time Thief to get the Time Thief off the board. That way this effect doesn't go through. So that would have been a good effect, but we're not going to allow it to go through. So we're going to detach and banish Time Thief, and that won't go through. So now we can go to battle phase, and I'm going to go ahead and attack. Since this was special summon, I'm going to attack the Elf, because Elf is just really good. So we're going to attack over Elf, and then we're going to go to main phase 2. And I think we're just going to pass. We're going to get Time Thief back. He can't attack Time Thief. The only card that he can attack right now is the Mech Knight Crusade Avermax. But again, this is not like a very safe board. See, the thing is, when we played Floodgates, we had the ability to basically prevent our opponent from playing. So if we had like a barrier statue right now, it would just be like, okay, well, we won. But the thing about the board that we have right now is, it's like on paper, it's technically on paper, it's better than a barrier statue. In reality, it's kind of not better than a barrier statue because it's actually more fragile than a barrier statue. Because, I mean, as long as they just out this monster, we lose the duel. And that's why sometimes the Floodgate boards were actually better in a lot of ways than these combo boards. But these combo boards are definitely more fun to play. And as you can see, they just take a lot more skill to play. If this card special summon target one monster, banish it. Target one face-up monster, banish it when it leaves the field. We have no choice. We have to activate the Time Thief Redoer in order to banish itself in response to that, because I don't want it to banish itself off of the other effect. I don't want it to get banished off of this card's effect rather than its own. And now we essentially are in a waiting game where we just kind of have to wait for our opponent to either be able to out Crusade Avermax or not. We're going to go Sprite Elf, another one. Sprite Elf is another card that, it's kind of crazy. It doesn't even lock you into level 2s. It doesn't require 2 monsters that are level 2, just one that is level 2. It doesn't, This card is kind of crazy. It's almost unbelievable that this card's legal. But, I mean, listen, I don't care if it's legal. I actually kind of like the way that Master Duel handles his ban list. It hits the main deck cards and not really strong extra deck cards, and it makes it more playable. He's going to go into goatee stuff now. Which is scary, because if he goes into the big goatee, I think the big goatee banishes all cards on the field, or all other cards on the field, or something like that. So this guy's playing like Sprite, Goatee, Nimble. Cool deck, interesting. And he seems to be abusing the Sprite Elf with the Goatee cards in order to use Penny, because it's a water tuner, and he's able to just climb with these Goatee cards. Which is kind of, again, it's kind of cool. I like the idea of it. He hasn't locked himself in any way yet, which is interesting. And he can go actually into the level 10. He can go into Baron de Fleur right now. He can go into a lot of stuff right now. Or he's going to link those 2 away to go into this one. Target a fish monster. One card your opponent controls, banish them. Both those effects target, so if he activates this, I mean, it targets, this can't be targeted anyway. He's going to be able to add that card. I don't even know what he added that off of. Oh, he added that off of that. So he's going to summon out the red. Go to end phase. Cool. Red does have a negate on it, which is annoying. I'm going to activate Time Thief Redoer. Red, if he tributes Elf. If he tributes Elf, the red actually gets destroyed, which is concerning. So I'm probably not going to activate the Time Thief. If I activate it, then I just lose the Time Thief. He could just send this to the graveyard, and then we lose Time Thief. So I'm not going to activate Time Thief right now until I out the red. And that's our only choice. And he's got this, the Goatee card. He can Synchro Summon on our turn. Right, is a quick effect Synchro Summon. Yeah, nothing we can do there. I think we bluff the battle phase here. Actually, we bluff the battle phase. And then he's forced to do something. He's going to activate that. If he summons the one that banishes all other cards on the field, we basically lose this duel, but What can you do, right? Yeah, he's going to summon Goatee Beyond the Deep. You can banish all other cards on the field. Yeah, during the standby phase after this card, you can special summon this banished card. Yeah, I mean, it happens. What can you do? He banished everything. And he can special summon that gigantic monster back during the next standby phase. We did bluff it out. He had the Sprite anyway, so he could have negated. If he could have activated Sprite Red to negate our stuff anyway, so it didn't really matter. So Water Monster's effect is activated. Yes, he has a full hand. I essentially have one monster. I've lost this duel. There's nothing I can do. He played it well. We lost this one. Nothing we can do. All right, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is again pretty good. Like, I really can't complain about these hands. Like, these are pretty good combo hands, and it makes you really wonder. He's playing Snake Eye, which I'm gonna be honest with you is probably the end of the game because this is just a deck we cannot beat. All right, so this is our hand. We're going second. Unfortunately, we did lose the coin flip again. Now, I'll say this. If we were playing our normal batch of decks, like if we were playing against our usual Dark Magician, Blue Eye, stuff like that, we would actually be winning a lot of these duels, but unfortunately, we're playing against, like, pretty meta strategies today, or at least, like I said, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 decks. Maybe they're better than Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. Like this, for example, is just it's objectively better than Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. And our hand, even though it's fairly decent, I mean, we have to do a lot here. If we had gone first, it would have been better. We would have Dimensional Fissure, and any pendulum monster sent to the graveyard would have been banished. Like, all of that would have been beautiful, but unfortunately, they're going to go to the top of the... This would have been really, really good if we had gone first, but then again, he's also got the Purple Poison, so Purple Poison is really good. So if it's destroyed, you get to pop a card, so he would have popped the Dimensional Fissure anyway, but still, it would have been interesting to see. But going second against something like this is not easy, because they obviously can get so many cards into the loop. Alright, opponent's going to Pendulum Summon 3. They did activate Pendulum Call, so they are kind of locked to a certain degree. They're going to Synchro Summon Baron de Fleur, which sucks. Baron de Fleur is an annoying card to play against. It is probably a card that I want to pull. If I ever pull it, that would be phenomenal, but I don't think I'm going to pull it. They're going to Time Thief us, this traitor, and they're going to go to end phase. So that's where we're stuck at. Time Thief plus a Baron de Fleur. Can we play around that? I don't know. I don't know if we can play around that. I guess we'll have to see. I want to say we can play around that. We're not playing a lot of trap cards, so he shouldn't get a trap card. He should get a monster here, because we are playing very little trap cards. He did. He got a Witch of the Black Forest. It doesn't trigger, unfortunately, because it's going as material. Alright, so first thing we activate is Miracle Rupture, because once we activate Dimensional Fissure, it is no longer usable for us. So, let's see where we send the Revival Golem, and then we're going to activate the Revival Golem to special summon itself out. And we'll see if he negates. He's going to Maxi us, just what we wanted to see. Now, I could have activated Dimensional Fissure, but if I activated Dimensional Fissure, then Miracle Rupture would not have worked. So, now, my favorite card in the game, Maxi. Actually, I forgot. That's the other issue. Maxi has been totally irrelevant, for the most part, against our deck. But now, Maxi is relevant against our deck, because we have this... I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we just lose here. Like, this is why Maxi is the problem that it is. He went first. He set up a board, and now we're going second. So either I summon and I can't OTK him, and then he has a full hand to play against, or plus I have to play through an interruption. I guess the only intelligent thing to do, and I should have summoned this first. I mean, I guess the only intelligent thing to do is to just play through. I mean, there's nothing I can do. There's literally nothing that I can do. If I don't special summon, I lose, and if I do special summon, I lose, so I might as well special summon. So I'm going to special summon this. He's going to draw. He might be drawing more. And the sad thing is he might be drawing even more hand traps now. We're going to special summon Link Spider, and now we're going to activate the Link Spider. He could draw Veiler now, which would just be the icing on the cake. We're going to get Link Spider, activate Link Spider's effect. We're going to summon out the Megalo Smasher. We're going to special summon out the Imduct. And I did forget to summon this Nahata, but it's whatever. We're going to normal summon the Ib. We're going to activate the Ib effect to add another Ib. Unfortunately, that's the other thing. I don't have enough to actually deck him out. I don't have enough for that. Technically, we can go into Brute Enforcer, but the issue with Brute Enforcer is even if we go into Brute Enforcer, it doesn't out this dude because he probably has a negate in hand, number one. Meaning, like, he can negate the Brute Enforcer, number one, or number two, he can just straight up negate it, and then we lose the materials for Brute Enforcer. So that's not really usable. We can go into Diamond Direwolf and then target this, and he probably will waste his negate. I think that's probably a smart decision to do here. I'm looking at it, we don't have any other out here, so Diamond Direwolf is probably a 1, 2, that should be good. Diamond Direwolf, we'll do that. Because we can still special summon another monster with this, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to activate Diamond Direwolf. Detach this, but it doesn't matter who we detach, but we're going to target itself, plus the Baron de Fleur. You can negate it, obviously. Nothing we can do there. And yeah, he's going to negate it, but next turn we're going to be able to out Baron. We're going to be able to out Baron de Fleur, essentially, is what I'm saying. And now we go into a Link 2. We're going to go Reproducus. So the Nahata wouldn't have mattered anyway, but we're going to go Reproducus. We're going to activate the Imduct. So we can special summon out the Lee, the World Chalice. He's going to activate this to banish itself. I don't know why. I guess it was just annoying him that every single time he had a response. So he's just going to banish it. And then we're going to activate the Lee. Special summon that out. Now we're going to special summon out the Lamphalankus. We'll save the other dude for later. Like I said, I'm happy with what the deck is accomplishing, but this is just a terrible thing to play through. This is just really annoying. Obviously, like what are you going to do? He put up 2 interruptions and then he max siege you. Like, what am I supposed to do? We're activating D-Fissure now. Yeah, we're going to activate D-Fissure now. So when we destroy this, it gets banished. We just go to battle. And unfortunately, I think we just lose here. Activate this. Nothing you can really do about it unless he has some crazy card. Some sort of Wind Honest. But yeah, now this is banished. Probably pretty difficult to get back. He's going to max C. He's going to get his monster back. We're not playing a lot of trap cards, so hopefully he doesn't get a trap card. If he gets a trap card off the top of our deck, we do just lose because the effect doesn't target, and it just grabs a trap card and puts us on the top of our deck. He gets a monster, thank God. And now we'll see if he has the out. I mean, he has how many cards in his hand? 11 cards in hand, so he should have the out. He can Pendulum Summon, which is probably the worst deck to play into a Maxis Pendulums, but again, we really didn't have a choice because... like, if we don't, we just lose. So, we really didn't have a choice. Now, he's going to target our card in the back row to pop, which is Dimensional Fissure with the Dragon Pit Magician. Fair. Fair, nothing you can do there. Alright, so now he's going to Pendulum Summon. He can Pendulum Summon out essentially his entire hand, plus his extra deck. So, we'll see how much he's able to Pendulum Summon, but it's going to be a lot. If he Pendulum Summons 5, I'm not shocked. Yep, he Pendulum summoned 5 monsters, and now he's going to be able to continue to go off here. And now he's going to go into Electromite. I mean, this is like on a new level of greedy. But I mean, I guess he's going to try to work himself into something usable. But Electromite is a crazy card to go into right now. He's going to be able to pop, but his pop does target, so even though he can pop a card, it does target one face-up card. Our card can't be targeted. So he's going to be able to target a face-up card. My card can't get targeted, so he's popping his own card. Going to summon Astrograph. He's going to link all of these monsters away into Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, if he had summoned a 4 material one, would have been an out to Crusade Avermax because he could have just attacked. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't have been, but he could have attacked in a different one. I don't even know what this dude is doing. He's like, what in the world? Axis Code Talker, which actually is an out to, Crusade Avermax, but I mean, it's fine that it's an out because I'm going to be able to shuffle his monster away. But again, he's got so many resources that it actually doesn't matter that he can shuffle my monster like that my monster can. Actually, does it target? Yeah, it doesn't target, but I can activate my monster, and now I can shuffle back the Axis Code Talker back into his extra deck. Yeah, so I'm going to target his monster and shuffle it away, but he's still got a shitload of cards in his hand, so it doesn't even matter that I was able to prevent all of that. Alright, so it's back to our turn. Incredibly enough. Now, here's what sucks. We have the stuff that we have, but I don't think it's enough. So unfortunately, I don't think that we can get to the right amount of... This card would have been good at any other point. If we control a face-up non-effect monster, we get to special summon this card from the hand, and if it's synchro summon, we get additional effects. So that's all cool, but the problem is, I mean, we literally don't have a way to get to that. So we can get to a Link 2 at most here. Yeah, we can get to a Link 2. We can special summon this and get to... we're going to activate this to get a special summon. Not even shocked if our opponent has another Maxi right now. Yep, they have a Maxi. That's just the most incredible card. It's the most fun card in the game to play against. And I mean that obviously sarcastically, but that card is just so annoying. It's like to go full combo, screw up, and then... You know, we just, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't not play into this stuff. It's just that annoying. We have to go into Coral Dragon. That's the best thing that we've got. Which requires multiple special summons. And now, I can get the token and then go into a rank 8. I can banish that and go into a rank 8. But, I mean, I'm just going to feed my opponent more cards. So, I'm just going to go for the attack. And I'm going to pass. And, unfortunately, I think... our opponent will finish this off next turn. He did go through the majority of his extra deck here. So, he lost a lot. He lost, well, actually, Access Code is technically back in his extra deck. The way that this guy plays, I wouldn't be shocked if he threw this duel. But at the same time, yeah, we're kind of out of gas here. I'm not going to lie, this is kind of making me want to go back to the Floodgate deck here. Because, like... in a lot of these situations, if I had just gone first and I normal summoned Barrier Statue, I probably would have just won the duel. If we're going to be honest, I mean, I would have, because they're not playing fire decks. I would have just won the duel. But now they're playing pendulums, they get the pendulum summon all this stuff, and, you know, it's not going so well for us. I like this deck, but the problem is, the beginning of the month is just so brutal. Because it's essentially all of, like I said, it's all pretty competitive decks playing against you. And the only way to even the scales in gold and platinum as a masochist is to play something really unfair. And this deck is really fair. Like, this is a very, very fair deck. And we're gonna keep eating the cost of that. And obviously, this is just... right now, we're in hell. They're playing pendulums, and they maxed us. So they have 8 million cards, and they keep... drawing more and more and more cards, and they're basically able to pendulum summon a full hand every single time. I don't think that we're possibly going to win this duel. It's just, yeah, this one is pretty wrapped up here. I don't think we're going to be able to win this. Alright, so this deck is not bad. I don't think it's just the appropriate time of the month to play this deck, because it is just, yeah, like I said, it's just very difficult to play right now. It is just, everyone essentially has a combo, like a fully competent deck. And when we play against Dark Magician and Blue Eyes and all that stuff later in the month, I'm going to pull this deck back out very quickly. But right now, we really need the Barrier Statue. We really need There Can Only Be One, which we're playing, but we haven't drawn. But we really need the usual Floodgate nonsense in our deck. I actually like the way that this plays. It's more fun, I would argue, than our usual deck. But the win rate is obviously going to be lower because we don't have the crutch of the Floodgates. So we're going to switch back temporarily to the Floodgate deck. But as long as I keep pulling cards to add to this, I'm going to probably pull it out from time to time. But it's actually probably in a lot of ways better than a lot of our other decks. Alright, we just won the coin flip, and we actually have a pretty solid hand here. We have either Time Thief or Barrier Statue plus Protection. I think Barrier Statue plus Protection is just a little too good to give up. We've got Barrier Statue, Dragoodies, Memory Loss. He's going to max CS on a Barrier Statue. I love when people do this because it does absolutely nothing. So we're going to activate Dragoodies, and we're going to set Memory Loss, and we're just going to pass on this. I think this is good enough. As long as our opponent doesn't have Raigeki, we should be fine. But obviously, earlier today, we lost to a Raigeki. Like I said, Raigeki beats us. Like it beats any of our decks. It doesn't matter which one. Like the only card it doesn't beat is Time Thief. But even then, it moves him over. So technically, it still beats him because he has to banish himself. So they get Raigeki and they just attack us. This is phenomenal. So they're going to normal summon the Live Twin Leela. Can't activate the effect. They have a Sprite Carrot. I didn't see that coming. And the Sprite in their extra deck is a Fire also, which is a little annoying. That sucks, but what can you do? Yep, the Sprite, which one is Elf? Elf is a Fire. What are the chances? And now, because he has the Carrot, he can special summon the Carrot back because it's also a Fire. It happens. Sometimes your opponent just hard opens the one of. Now he's going to activate the starter to special summon a sprite from the deck, which, I mean, does he play another carrot, or is red? Is red a fire also? Sprite red is a fire. Okay. Well, it happens. It happens. Sometimes your opponent just has it. Now they're going to go to battle phase. They can negate stuff, so we are going to activate the Dragoodies. They can negate the Dragoodies, but Dragoodies is not once per turn. And it's in the damage step, so I guess they can't negate it because this negates activations. Phenomenal. That's great. That's great. Okay, so that's good. So we got rid of that. And now they're going to set a card. And I think that... See, this is another thing. Memory loss sucks against Link decks. It just does nothing. It just does nothing against Link decks. They're going to go to end phase. We're going to see what we draw here. We draw Goblinberg, which is not usable right now. I think we just normal summon this and attack. I think that's what we do. And get rid of one of these, but if he has another level 2, he can just go into another Sprite Elf. I think that's the only play that we have, because we have to start getting rid of some of his monsters. Otherwise, he's going to guaranteed go into Sprite Elf, so might as well go to battle phase and attack over the Sprite Red. No, we don't want to activate this. We want to save that for the barrier statue. I'm just going to pass right now again. He did, like I said, this guy got kind of got lucky here, because he opened up the fires. Like usually when they play live twins, they open up just live twins and just lose, but he actually did open up the right cards. He's gonna summon another live twin. He's probably gonna go into the elf all over again here, or I guess not. But maybe he only has one. Oh, maybe because it's this version they only play one copy of elf. I guess I'll have to see. I don't know. Now he's going to go into another elf here. A Phoenix, even better than the elf. This will help him out back row, so he can out the Dragoodies. And if he outs the Dragoodies, end phase, he's not even going to... Oh, he didn't have any cards in the hand because he said it. You can't make this stuff up. Right. Well, I don't even know what to say. Okay, I can normal summon Goblinberg, and I can go into the Sue ship. At least that's good. Can't activate the effect of Goblinberg. I don't even know what he's got face down, but I have to go into Sue ship to get over... Actually, I can go into Hita and then steal something from his graveyard. But I don't have any level 2, so it wouldn't even make sense to do that. Okay, whatever. It's not going to happen. So I guess we go into the Ikra, and then we special summon it right here. The Dreadnought. And I think we just go to battle phase now. Yeah, I think we just go to battle phase. Attack with the Sue ship. We're not going to activate the effect of Dragoodies. And then, because we use this, we get to pop a card. I think we pop the newly set card, which is going to be the Sprite Trap card. And then we're going to attack again. I think we actually do set the Threatening Roar just in case, because Threatening Roar is technically better than the Dragoodies. Because the Dragoodies, you have to go to battle phase, so if they pop it in the main phase, then the Threatening Roar... Yeah, if they activate like Harpy's Feather Duster, for example, and get rid of Dragoodies, then they can just go to battle phase and attack over this. But if we have Threatening Roar, we can just... We're better off. They're going to use the Runic cards, banish cards up from the top of our deck. I guess that's fine. He's going to banish a bunch of cards, but I don't think he has enough Runic cards to make it worthwhile. He's going to banish our other barrier statues, so I guess we're not getting 2 of them off. And he's going to go to end phase here. And we're going to get Broken Line, which I think I'm going to save that one in hand. I don't see the point. I can set it in this column, but I don't really need to because we've got the Ikra or the Sue ship, so I don't really need to. He's going to call by the grave. Something, I guess. That's fine. He's going to call by the grave of Ron Ryu. Yeah, I was going to get popped anyway, so that was a smart play on his part. And I don't believe that there is anything in Sprite that is a 1-card starter. Usually Sprites have 2-card starters. It'll be like a level 2 plus any Sprite is full combo. But usually they don't have a 1-card starter. They do have the Live Twins are 1-card starters, but you can't use Live Twins on their barrier statue, so I mean there's no point in it. They're going to activate this. You can't special summon a Runic, so they have to target a monster. We control that special summoned, but that's fine. Because as long as we draw a monster, we can win this duel. If we draw any monster whatsoever, we can win the duel. So I just realized they couldn't even like use the other effects there. So yeah, as long as we drew any monster, which we did, we win the duel. We drew the Inari Fire, and now we won. That's it. We just go to battle phase and attack with our 2 monsters, and that's it. We wrapped it up. And we left them with nothing. That's crazy. We left them with 0 cards. And this is, yeah, I think for the beginning of the month, we have to do the floodgate stuff. Like, again, I don't want to be the villain. I keep saying it. And you have to ask yourself, am I really being the villain? Am I really being the villain by playing floodgates when this game, you know, who's the real villain? The person who activates a floodgate, who sets 3 cards and activates 1 floodgate, or the person who plays for 10 minutes straight and sets up an unbreakable after 10 minutes and then max sees you? Like, who's the real villain here? I don't think I'm the villain. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I think that's good enough. And that was such a simple, clean win. I think I'm going to bust out the combo decks at the end of the month when we play against Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. But at the beginning of the month when we're playing against like Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 deck, I don't think I can anyone in their right mind would bust out a combo deck that is as inconsistent. Well, it's consistent, but has as weak of an end board as ours at the beginning of the month. I think, like I said, if I had used that combo deck at the end of last month against like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician and like Red Eyes and all that stuff we play, I think it would have been fine. But right now, it maybe isn't good enough. All right, let's open this master pack. Let's see what we get. Still a bunch of cards we need. We really, really need. So let's see. We've got Electric Jellyfish is a fantastic card, but we don't have the cards to use with it. We have the Yellow Baboon. This is really good in a Beast deck, but we don't have a Beast deck. Crystal Master is not usable for us. Dino Rustlers, 2 Dino Rustlers. We have a lot of Dino Rustlers, but not any of the really good ones. Morphtronic. I swear we pulled Morphtronic cards every episode. We have to look at how many we have. Yada is not a bad card, but what are we going to do with it? Search is a magic Spectre spell. Can't really do anything. Speedroid card and a Mekanko card. So nothing here is really usable. Technically, this is usable because it can summon any water monster from the hand by sending an Umi to the from your hand, deck, or face up on the field to the graveyard. We don't have any copies of Umi, so this is technically a good card in a water deck. We just don't have any copies of Umi, but not really usable otherwise. All right, let's open up these the legacy tickets here. Still a lot of fantastic stuff even in here. Malfunction, negate a trap, return it to an original position. Not really. You can activate a continuous trap. When a continuous trap is active, negate all continuous. Yeah, this isn't really that useful for us. It's useful against us. It's not really that useful for us. So next we've got the Thunder Short for each monster they control. Honestly, not a bad card to finish games, but not good either. And then Super Robo Lady. We don't have any of the stuff needed to summon this, and even if I did, I wouldn't play it, so not happening. Alright, so I just loaded into this game. I lost a coin flip. Our opponent's playing the Diabellstar package, which is rough for us because we don't really have anything that can beat the Diabellstar package. The barrier statue is dead against the Diabellstar package, so already we're off to a bad start. But I'm going to be honest, this is one of the decks that I don't think that we can actually beat in this game unless we draw a very specific combination of cards and we're going first. It's just a deck that perfectly counters us, so I don't think that we're going to be able to beat this one. It's just not happening, honestly. Alright, so we just won the coin flip and our hand's pretty solid. I mean, we've got a barrier statue and a threatening roar. The good thing about gold is you don't lose any rank for scooping, because you don't, throughout rookie through gold, you don't lose any rank for scooping duels. So it doesn't matter that we scoop the duel. It doesn't affect us in any way whatsoever. So if we're playing against Diabellstar, I'd rather not sit through a 10-minute grind game that we can't possibly win and just play against decks that we perhaps can win against. So he's playing Super Heavy Samurai. I'm cool with that. He doesn't have any fire monsters in his deck, so I mean, at least that's good. He's going to search out. The good thing about Super Heavy Samurai, as long as you have a nice stream of cards to protect your barrier statue, you usually can beat them. But obviously, it can come up where... So we can activate this to... Yeah, he can change his battle position, whatever. We have Threatening Roar. That's what matters here. He's going to exit main phase. That's fine. He's going to go to battle phase. We're going to activate Threatening Roar. Like I said, the thing about Super Heavy Samurai is they don't have any small trap cards, so they don't have like Regeki and all of that other stuff that can out your barrier statue, but they might have just general stuff that's better than your barrier statue. Memory loss is annoying right now because The card that we really needed was Dragoodies. That's the card that we really actually needed to beat this deck, but we did not draw the Dragoodies, and now I think we lose the duel because I just can't out this card right now. Yeah, I can't out this, and all of his monsters are Earth in the graveyard. I just don't... There's nothing I can do here. I think we summon this. We activate this. Why not? Hopefully waste an Effect Veiler or an Ash or something. Yeah, thank God we wasted an Ash, but... Honestly, I don't even know what we can really even accomplish now. We can go into a Hita, steal that Ash Blossom, and then we go into possibly a Link 3, but like, what is that even going to accomplish for us? Yeah, we can go into Hita and then a Link 3. We can't go into Bestial Magnamut yet. Barrier Statue, like I said, is dead next turn, no matter what we do. I think we just go into the Sue Ship and just attack over his monsters. It's the best thing we've got right now. We also could have gone into Hita and stole the Ash Blossom, and then if our monster got destroyed, we got the Barrier Statue back. But, I mean, there's nothing that we can do right now. I guess we could just kind of set our monsters and have 2 interruptions. I don't know why we draw Memory Loss against Super Heavy Samurais, the monsters that do things in defense mode, but whatever. It happens, I guess. Memory Loss is like the worst card you could possibly play against Super Heavy Samurais with. And now I think we just lose the duel because obviously this is a strong combo deck. They're not going to be able to... They're not going to... Like, a Sue Ship and 2 monster negates, one of which doesn't even work against their deck, is not going to work right now. Alright, so our opponent just continues to combo off. They summon this Excel Synchron in attack mode. Which, if they activate this effect, we can actually, yes, we're going to be able to negate this effect, which is nice. We can activate the Memory Loss. So we finally have some kind of use. We can negate this. I thought the card was actually going to end up being unusable completely, but we actually did end up using it to some degree, which is nice. And now we can get over his monster. Now, unfortunately, he is playing the Super Heavy Samurai, so he does have the Soul Piercer, and this card searches every time it goes to the graveyard. That card's really, really good. And, you know, I think they semi-limited this card. I mean, not that it really matters, because it's like so many different cards search in this deck. He's going to go into the Therion King Regulus. I mean, fair enough. What can you do? And he's going to re-equip the Soul Piercer again. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we can possibly win this duel. I'm looking at it. There's just no way. So he's got to negate. If he sends this card to the graveyard, he gets another search. This isn't really doing anything right now anyway. I mean, right now, but it's whatever. Now he's going to keep Pendulum Summoning. We've got Forbidden Chalice, and Bestial Magnamut is a completely dead card. Because he's got an Earth deck. Yeah, and he hasn't even gone into his Link 1 yet, which is its own problem. So he's going to summon that. And I think we've lost this one. I don't think that there's really a way that we can win this one. Now, we had the Barrier Statue, so for a little while there, it looked promising, but in the end, I don't think we could win this one. Alright, so we just won the coin flip. And our hand is a Time Thief plus 3 interruptions, so at least that's nice. We've got Nahata. We'll summon that out. We'll normal summon... Whoa. We're going to normal summon out the Purple Poison. And we're going to go into Time Thief. Yep, Time Thief. And like I said, 3 interruptions. Time Thief, not bad. And we'll see what our opponent's playing. Based on what they're playing, this could be a very, very good hand. And it could also be a very bad hand. So we'll set 3 and we'll just pass on this. And we'll see how it goes. It's not a bad hand. I mean, it's got 3, maybe 4 interruptions. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, standby phase. Let's attach with Time Thief. We'll attach a monster card. It's an Aqua Dolphin. So our opponent's playing probably a warrior combo deck of some kind. Never mind, they're playing Neospatians. That's cool. I'm down. I'm down to see some Neospatians. Neospatians are contact fusions, which means Grand Horn of Heaven can stop them. But the problem is, although they are, the new Neospatians do not use contact fusions. They just cheat themselves out through Neos fusion. So That kind of sucks because the old Neospatians would have been stopped right now. He's going to go into Brave Neos, which gains 100 attack. It destroys an opponent's monster. Yeah, whatever. Does a bunch of spell trap cards. Not really that great. And then he's going to be able to use the Shadow Mist to add the Neos dude from his hand, the Honest Neos. Or not the Honest Neos, whatever that dude is, the one that does something. Oh, first things first. It destroys an opponent's monster by battle. We can add a spell and trap card. I'm just going to activate Time Thief and move myself off the board. I'll take the damage, whatever. Taking the damage is fine because at least I won't lose. I won't allow him to search, so that's good. And then he can. The other stuff's fine. Now, unfortunately, he's not playing traditional heroes because if he was, then the Grand Horn of Heaven would have been usable. He's playing like Neos, so it's not really usable. But let's see what we get off the top of his deck. He should be playing trap cards and stuff, so maybe we'll get something good. Bestial Magnamut's pretty solid right now too, so we're gonna activate this. And like I said, Bestial Magnamut is pretty darn good. We're gonna get a spell card, so we're gonna activate that for sure. What is that? Skydive Scorcher. Yep, Skydive Scorcher. Activate this. And we're going to draw, detach Skydive Scorcher. We're going to get the Nefarious dude. And that's not bad either. Nefarious dude is definitely not bad whatsoever. I think that we have some plays here. We have the Bestial Magnamut, which is good, but we have other plays. I have to read real quick, the card that he searched. I have to read the Elemental Hero. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card. Can't be destroyed by battle. If this card is special summon, add one. Alright, so this card's actually really good. The Spirit of Neos is really good. So if I declare an attack, he's summoning that and it can't be destroyed by battle and he's searching. That's just really good. And that's a card effect, so yeah, it's really good. Alright, so we're going to activate Bestial Magnamut. We're going to banish. We can banish Shadow Mist or we can banish Neos, whatever. I don't know what he's playing less of. I think banishing the Neos is probably going to be better. So I'm going to banish Neos to summon out the Bestial Magnamut. And now I'm going to activate it to search the Tiamaton. And I think right now, I think that's good enough. On board, that's probably good enough. There's not much more that we can do. Yeah, I think we just pass on what we've got right now. We just go to end phase. And we just keep hoping to get better stuff off of the Time Thief. But right now we're going to search out Tiamaton, and we have this column to pop anytime that we want to. Because there's 3 cards here, so we can pop this entire column whenever we need to. Whenever we want to, whenever we need to, we can pop that column. And then we've got this guy going off right now. So we're going to be able to get a spell card again. That's good because we get to draw. Again, we get to draw. That's nice. So we're going to be able to equalize. No way. Did I just cause that? Yeah, Miracle Fusion by banishing fusion materials. I mean, the other thing we could have done is... No, yeah, that wouldn't have mattered anyway. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do about this. Field and Graveyard. I mean, what can he banish from the graveyard? Actually, what do you need to... He has an Elemental Hero and like a Dark Monster, right? I think it's fine. Nothing we can really do about this. I don't think he's going to use the monster on his field anyway. Oh, he's going to use the monster on his field. Okay, so we'll see what he summons. Hopefully he summons it right here. He's going to summon the dude over here, of course. 2 Elemental Heroes with different attributes. And this card searches a favorite card. I think I am going to go ahead and activate the Forbidden Chalice to negate this. I'm going to negate that because I don't want him to get it into his favorite card. So we're going to negate his effects and increase his attack. He's going to go to battle phase, which is fine with me because I have another Forbidden Chalice. I'm going to activate the effect of Time Thief Redoer to draw. I'm going to activate the effect of Time Thief Redoer to draw. That's a really good card. And that's fine. Battle Step. Nope. Damage Step. Yes. Let's activate the Forbidden Chalice. And we're going to use it on our own monster this time. And now that that's destroyed, we get to... They're going to use Hero Signal. You can't... I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect that. Hero Signal. Alright, this is a fun duel. Alright, Hero Signal is a cool card to see. They're going to Polymerization. Dimensional Fissure is nice to see, but now that they have Polymerization, we're in pretty deep trouble here. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. Technically, I can destroy this column, but I mean, I don't think that Blaze Man is the main card that's the issue here. I think he's got plenty of cards in his hand that he can use, so I don't think Blaze Man is really a consequence. So he's going to use Blaze Man and a card in hand to fusion summon into something. He's going to summon Sunriser all the way over here. He's already used his battle phase, so it's not that big of a deal, but he's going to search Miracle Fusion. But we're still saving the Tiamaton for later. We're going to be able to do something with it. He's still got that annoying card in his hand. He's going to go to end phase. The one that can destroy stuff in columns or whatever. Run Ryu. I'm going to activate Time Thief to grab something. It's another spell card, okay. I'm down. I'm down with all these spell cards. You know, drawing 2 cards a turn is not bad. We're going to activate that. That has a graveyard effect too. That's not bad. Okay, so we definitely have some plays here. We have mad plays here. Alright, so we're going to normal summon this out. And we're going to special summon out this card. And we're going to special summon out this card. And now we have 4 monsters on the field. It's pretty good. And we can do a lot of different things with our 4 monsters. We can go into Ouroboros and bounce this back to the hand, actually. We can do that. With our 3 level, you know, 3 level 4s, we can actually use that effect finally. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. But that Neos thing is really annoying. That's our main, like, issue right now. How are we going to out that Neos thing? Because it lets him summon and search, can't be destroyed by battle. How do we out that? If this battles, then he gets to do stuff, so that's not good. Like I said, Time Thief, like, we always have the option of this dude right here, the Crusader Avermax, but honestly, like, what is he really going to do in a hero matchup? Is he really that good? I mean, is he really that good in a hero match? I actually think he's quite decent in this hero matchup, but again, if we declare an attack, he can destroy our card. He can, yeah, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. He can do that. When an attack is declared involving hero monster, so we can lose Time Thief essentially. And I'd rather keep Time Thief in play. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Evil Swarm Ouroboros. So I'm going to use Evil Swarm Ouroboros. I'm going to summon him right here. And I'm going to activate his effect. I'm going to detach a material. I'm going to detach the Ranryu and target a card our opponent controls. Return that card to the hand. So I'm going to return that to the hand. Now, that effect is once per turn. If I declare an attack, then he gets to do his other plays here, which is not good. I think I'm going to just activate Defissure and pass until we have a better way to deal with the other dude. So I'm just going to pass right here. I think, yeah, until we have a better way to deal with that Neos, because I don't want to attack, and then he gets to search, and then he gets to have monster that can't be destroyed by battle, and it's just annoying. So I think until we have a better way to deal with it, I think we're good right now. We get another spell card. This is really good. It's going to be Space Gift. Draw a card for every Neospatian. He's going to use this. Is this even a resolve? 1 card. Oh, no. Yeah, it goes to the graveyard and then he draws 2. That's fine. But they're going to get banished. So that's going to get banished. And then whatever else he sends is going to get banished. He's playing a huge deck. Send another card. And it doesn't resolve, actually. Yeah, I was right. It doesn't resolve. That's good for us. His card does not resolve because the cards never got hit the graveyard because of Dimensional Fissure. Wonderful. But now we have outs to his card, which is good for us. He's going to use the Elemental Hero, the Fusion, the Miracle Fusion, I believe. Is that, yeah. Which is fine. Again, this card's just been dead. The Grand Horn of Heaven has been completely dead for us. He's going to banish 2. Probably summon the Sunriser out. Or no, Neos Flame Wingman. Destroy different cards. So I guess we're going to activate this. That doesn't even target either. We're going to detach the gift. Sakuratsu armor. He's going to destroy 2 cards. He's going to destroy Magnamut and our face down card, which I have no problem with because that face down card wasn't doing anything. He's going to attack Ouroboros, which does suck for us because that Ouroboros has been helping inflict a bunch of damage. And Nefariousness doesn't really help us, no. We're going to draw Photon Thrasher. Time Thief, we're going to acquire something off the top of his deck. Maybe it's a spell. It's another spell. I don't know how Time Thief continues to live, despite the fact that we essentially only get spell cards. That's not bad. So we got this, and that's honestly not too bad. I think we just pass here. 43 divided by 2 is, what is that? 2150, so it's less than the Time Thief. But let me see if this has a graveyard effect of some kind. I'm going to activate this effect to acquire something else. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to get something else. We get a monster, finally. But we actually have the out to this, which is nice. The Elemental Shining Neos. He's going to declare attack. I'm going to put Chaining on. I'm going to wait till the damage step. So declares attack, that's fine. And then damage step, that's fine. And then damage calc. Now we activate the Paleozoic, cut his attack in half. So this becomes half its current attack. He's going to activate the Honest Neos, which I forgot he had. Which he didn't search. I didn't forget. He just didn't search it. So he's going to beef it. We're going to cut it. And then we're going to lose. Maybe I should have used the Sakuretsu armor. That sucks. That sucks. I mean, I guess I just wanted to save the card. He didn't search it. He just happened to have it in his deck. I should have played around it. Nothing I can do now. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is absolutely terrible. We have a Witch of the Black Forest, 2 trap cards that stop battle, and a Forbidden Chalice. It's just, we just set pass. I think that's the best that we've got. Set 3 cards pass, and that's it. And hope that that's enough. But honestly, I don't really, unless we're playing GOAT format, that's not enough. They're going to normal summon a Tearlament. I'm going to go ahead and just activate the Forbidden Chalice. I'm just going to negate this because sometimes if they don't get their mill started, they just lose. Alright, they're going to activate the Kashtira Birth and they're going to enter battle. I'm going to let them attack with their Rhino Heart. Honestly, if I use Sakuretsu armor, they just bring it back anyway, so that's fine. I'm going to let them attack over it. I'm going to search a card from my deck. I think I can search Barrier Statue. Actually, I can search Barrier Statue. So I think Barrier Statue is probably the best card to search right now. As I'm looking, I think Barrier Statue is pretty solid. If we can pull that off, I think we can win this duel. We've got 2 protections for the Barrier Statue. And as long as we can basically protect it, I think we're good. They're going to activate the Bestial Druisworm to banish and then special summon. They probably did that because they saw the Barrier Statue, but if we can draw, so we have to draw another card and then we discard it for, I think I know what to do here. So we just normal the Barrier Statue and then we activate the Lightning Vortex. That's probably what we do. But then again, he can go into something right now. No, he's not going to, but he could have gone into something right now. But we're going to, yeah, oof, that's pretty good. But honestly, I think I have to discard this card because he has like 3, he's showing me 3 different, he's showing me Tearlament's plays against there can only be 1 pretty well. So I think we normal summon this. This only summon target when special summon a monster. That's good. This can summon itself back if it's destroyed by card effect. If this card's sent to the graveyard by card effect. So we normal summon the Barrier Statue. We activate Lightning Vortex. And we discard this, which I don't want to discard, but I have to. Destroy those 2. They don't get to chain any of their effects, and then we go to battle phase. And we have 2 protections for our cards in the back row here. And I think we're off to a decent game. All right, we started off very awkwardly, but somehow we weaseled into something somewhat competent here because they hit Tearlament so hard. They hit Tearlament so hard that, what is this actually going to, oh, he's going to normal summon that. That's actually fine because, again, we have Sakuretsu armor. You can send 3 cards off of either player's deck. It's going to be his deck, but again, he can't use that effect. He can add a Tearlament monster back, but he did already normal summon, but that is obviously not good. And then he can add a Tearlament trap, which is not good. What a fantastic mills. Did he really just mill 2, how many, 2 Tearlament cards I think he milled? Yeah, he milled 3 Tearlament cards off of that effect. What a god. He milled this, and this off of milling 3. So he's gonna go to battle phase. I'm gonna Sarketsu armor this one. Because it has high attack, so I'm just gonna do that. And then obviously he's got the card next turn, but nothing we can do there. So we're gonna go ahead and Sakuretsu armor. And he can mill 2 more cards, which he mills even more Tearlament cards. And then he mills this dude right here. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can special summon this card. So you can half our attack. Or you can special summon this. Because it's a fire monster. This stuff is unreal. Alright. Yeah, so he can summon it since it's a fire monster. That's crazy. Okay. Sometimes it happens that way, man. Sometimes it just does. Nice. Messenger of Peace is pretty good. That's a continuous prevention of attack. So we're going to go to battle phase. And we're going to attack over this monster. It's going to use the tier limit card, which doesn't do anything right now. What does that do? If you control a tier limit, you can negate one effect. You can target one effect monster and negate its effects. Phenomenal. So we're going to activate this, but again, I don't know how much that really helps us, but he can negate our effects. Is that permanent too? Until the end phase, there is a permanent. Negate its effects. Yep, it's permanent negate. So he can send our monster to the graveyard and permanently negate for the rest of the duel. I'm just going to turn chaining off because it's going to keep asking me, and it doesn't really benefit us. He's going to activate that, chain link 2, which is pretty smart, to negate our monster effect, and then he's going to be able to fusion summon here. It's so unlucky, dude. Like, how do you mill that well? And then he's going to go Merly and do all his other stuff. Like, his graveyard is all tier limit cards. Incredible. He's going to put those back, go into the card that should be banned. That's going to come out soon. But again, he can't really attack, which is good. He's going to go into Kid Kalos, so he's going to have to get into back row removal. But this is negated forever, so it doesn't really matter. He's going to be able to send more cards off the top of his deck. So he's sending 5, and then he's sending 4. He's sending 3, and then 5, so sending 8 cards to the graveyard, and he hits essentially all usable cards. This guy's insane. This guy needs to go to a casino. This guy needs to go to a casino immediately. That's some of the greatest mills I've ever seen. This guy doesn't miss. I mean, maybe he's just playing a deck of nothing, like nothing whiffs in there, but like, dude, he has nothing that doesn't, every card, nothing misses. It's incredible. He's going to go into Bestial Magnemut, search a card, Shaddoll Beast. He's doing his thing. Alright, he's going to go to battle phase. I don't know why, because he can't attack anyway. And then he's going to go to end phase. Phenomenal. Now, we're in a little bit of a weird situation where our opponent can't really attack, but at the same time, our barrier statue is sort of dead right now. We got the ledger book. That doesn't really do anything. Yes, we're going to pay. We have no choice. We have to pay. And I think we just set a card and pass, and there's nothing we can really do. This is permanently negated. And we're kind of stuck on what we're stuck with here. Our opponent's going to activate this card, which is the tier limit Scream. Pretty decent card. Who is that on the artwork? Oh, it's like one of the Cashiera cards. Yeah, so pretty decent. It's Unicorn. It's right here. But yeah, now they're going to summon the turtle. That means they're playing the bricks, but they didn't brick. The turtle is a brick, so you use it with the Crystal Beast card, the one that searches a field spell, plus a Crystal Beast monster. They're going to go to battle phase. They can attack over our monster. He cut our attack. I don't know if our attack cut is permanent. I don't even know what he cut it with. For us as turn all monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack. So what we actually can do right now is we can use the ledger book to protect our monster, but I mean, let's be real. We have a negated barrier statue. It's not doing anything anyway, so if our opponent gets rid of it, it doesn't really matter. It's not actually preventing anything from happening. It's a negated monster, and we're losing 100 attacks. So that's perfectly fine with me. I'm not really. It doesn't really matter. I'm shocked that our opponent just doesn't go to, like, I don't know. Like, I'm shocked that our opponent just doesn't go to, like, I don't know, I don't know why they don't just go to one of their back row removal cards, like Nightmare Phoenix or something. I don't know why, like, Access Code, Nightmare Phoenix, like, there's so many cards. Just go to one of them and wrap this up. I have no idea what they're doing. Alright, they're going to go into Baron de Fleur. Okay, finally they go into something. They're going to target a card, which is going to be the Messenger of Peace. And honestly, I think this is going to pretty much wrap up the duel. There's nothing that I can do there. Sucks, but you know, what can you do? Sometimes they just draw the out. Alright, so we just lost the coin flip, but our opponent just passed, which is... So I really know what to say about that, but they just passed. Fine with that. Our hand's not bad, and it's actually a very good hand for barrier statue, honestly, so I think I'm going to go into that. I mean, our opponent can always Ashes here, but I mean, it's a very good barrier statue hand. They seem to have some kind of a hand trap. I think I'm going to just get rid of this goldfish, and I'm going to get to the barrier statue. So as long as I can get to something, I can get rid of Goblinberg, and I'll get to the goldfish. I mean, the barrier statue. Because again, it's a very good barrier statue hand, so I think we go with the barrier statue, and now we're pretty golden here. I mean, they could have... I'm pretty sure they have Max C. That's why it's giving him that option. So now we just go to battle phase and attack. And I think that's the best bet that we've got right now. He could have Imperm too, which if he has Imperm, he has Imperm. There's nothing we can do. We just set 3 and pass. I think that's our best bet. He passed on his turns. He didn't seem to have anything, so let's hope he continues to not have anything, because if he bricked and he has to deal with a barrier statue, you know, we're in good shape. He's going to set a monster, okay, and set a card face down. This is looking promising. This is looking very promising. He's going to set 3 essentially. It's good with us. We have 2 cards that protect our barrier statue. We have Ray. That's not bad. We can't go into... If we had Kagari, that'd be pretty cool, but we don't. So we can't go into that. So we're going to normal summon out the Familiar Possessed. We're going to go to Battle Phase. This is an Ash Blossom. Familiar Possessed is exactly 50 more than Ash Blossom. He's going to max C. That's fine with me. So I'm not going to be special summoning any more than I already did. Didn't actually. I didn't special summon, so I'm not going to special summon anymore. We're going to attack his face down monster. Hopefully it's something not so great. It is an Ash Blossom, as expected. And now we're going to be able to do another 1,000 damage. And I think we just end phase on that. We don't have anything else to really do here. And they max C'd us anyway, so I wasn't going to do anything anyway. I still don't know what our opponent was playing. They activated Max C and set an Ash Blossom. I mean, they could be playing anything. They'd be playing Tritron, Flunderies. Like, I have no idea what they're playing. They could be playing Snake Eye. Like, I don't know what deck they're playing. They just set... They put 2 hand traps into play. They're playing Tearlaments, which is something. We do have the out, right? We have multiple outs here. They have the Sulik. They're gonna negate our effects, and this has already happened. Now, negate its effects, then send 1 monster they control to the graveyard. That is interesting, because if we activate the Forbidden Chalice and negate our own effects, then will he be able to negate the effects and then send it to the graveyard? It's a good question. I don't really know the answer to that question. It's our 2nd time playing against Tearlaments today. If I negate my own monster, target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, then send 1 monster. Now, it doesn't say and if you do, so it doesn't matter. Our card's going to get negated no matter what. So he's going to send that. He's going to activate the effects to mill cards, or not mill cards, to fuse. But we do have, like, Forbidden Chalice, which is nice, because we can negate the new card that he's going to summon. We're going to be able to negate that. So he's going to fuse 2, shuffling them away. And I guess we can negate the new one that he's going to summon out. Now again, the barrier statue is permanently negated, which is pretty terrible for us, but Kid Kalos we can negate. Yeah, we can take 1 Tearlament card, add it to... Yeah, we're going to definitely negate the Kid Kalos with the Forbidden Chalice. And then if he attacks, we have the Dimensional Prison, so it never hits the graveyard. And of course, when a Spawn Trap card is activated, Tearlaments monster negate the activation. Okay. So of course he does have the out to it, and he shovels our card back into our deck. Today's been a really rough day. This has been like... They've had the out to everything I've done today, which has been just amazing. Like, we're not even losing in the card advantage game, but he's just milling everything. Like, they've just been... Everyone's had the out to every single card we've had. Now he's got the Strudo, which is just great, because, I mean, like, the mills have been just phenomenal today. Be able to Destrudo, summon itself back. He's got a level 2 Destrudo. He can go into a level 7 Synchro monster. Target one monster you can special summon. There's nothing I can really do about that. And then he can send itself to the graveyard. He's going to be able to mill 5. And he's going to be able to mill 3 more, which, you know, these mills are about to be straight fire. Let's see what he mills. Actually, they weren't fire for once. Oh, but he mills 5 more. It doesn't matter. So he's going to mill a beast, snow, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for us. Alright, he's going to go to battle phase. Right, on attack declaration, I am going to activate the prison to banish his card. And I mean, he can activate the snow and just banish his own card face down. And then he should have done that, and then just banished a bunch more, and then just summoned snow back for free. He should have just done that, but I mean, he didn't. It's his fault. There's nothing I can do about that. This cuts attack and defense, right? Yeah, so we can technically get over this Destrudo. And when it leaves the field, it goes back to the bottom of the deck. Lila's pretty good. We have Sky Striker, Ace Ray. I think we summon Ray out. He does have, like I said, he does have the snow, so snow's pretty good. Just gonna activate the Kashtira preparations. Special summon a Kashtira monster banished or in the hand. Which I banished a Kashtira. I did banish one, so he gets to summon back this Kashtira. No one's fault but my own. I can't even be angry. Summon this thing out. And then he's going to be able to mill 3. And he's going to mill tier limit monster. This card's at 2, I think, but he milled it. But I mean, it's a decent ratio, so I guess it makes sense that he milled it. And he's going to go into Rukalos. Rukalos is quite a card. Alright, so if we activate Ray, he essentially gets to stop our Rukalos right now. But we can go to battle phase and attack over this. Alright, so I think we actually activate, we summon out, I think we summon out Mr. Time Thief. We also could have summoned out the Sue ship, but he has the negate on board, so it doesn't matter. I think we go to battle phase. And we attack this. And we put chaining on and we go wait until damage step. He's going to activate the snow, unsurprisingly. So you can banish and then book our monster. And Ray isn't doing anything, but even if we outed this, he still has all of this. He's going to banish 7 and just book our Time Thief right now. I don't really have like a response to this. I mean, he just kind of beat us here. He's going to activate the Kashtira. Target banish Kashtira monster, add it back to hand. And also the Fairy Tale Snow is going to be able to book a monster. Actually, he didn't activate the Fairy Tale Snow, which, okay. I guess Kashtira, wait, I mean, did he forget to activate it or just not activate it yet? Alright, he just didn't activate it yet, so that's fine, okay. So we're going to wait, replay, attack, yes. Into the Chillment, Rukalos, Snow. We're going to wait till damage step. Battle step, no. Damage step should be the next one. Yes, we want to activate the Paleozoic. Drop his attack in half. Or her attack in half. Attack over it. And now I don't have anything that I can attack over. Because all our monsters aren't that strong. So I guess we go into the Sky Striker Ace monster. And then we do 15. I didn't realize how low his life points were, actually. I really didn't notice that. So he's down to 1500. That's really not bad. When did he? Oh yeah, he paid life points. Now we attack directly. If we can do 600 more, oh, he's gonna negate the effect of the monster. That's fine. That card's really annoying, man. Every turn it permanently negates our cards. Like nothing we can do about it. Then he's gonna be able to mill a Gamma Seal and Supreme Sea Mare. We can only attack his monsters, not directly, so main phase 2, nothing we can do. Guess we just pass. We're in a really like slow game state, but he's got some good stuff available to him. He added that Kashtira monster. Activate Time Thief. He doesn't control a tier limit monster right now, so we're still good. We're going to get a monster. Obviously, it would have been better if we got a Spell Trap card, but monster will do. And special summon a Kashtira monster. It's going to be the Unicorn. And he's going to add Birth. He's going to be able to summon back the Kashtira again. He's going to go... I think this duel's over. He's going to go into a Rise Hard, and he's going to just... It's over. Even if he doesn't go into a Rise Hard, he's going to mill some more, and it's over. We don't really have any more gas left. Alright, we just won the coin flip. We've got the Lila, plus we've got the Ranryu. And we've got essentially 2 interruptions. We've got the Dimensional Prison. They're going to activate the Red Eye Soul, which is going to special summon a Red Eyes. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. That's very interesting. Okay, he's going to be able to special summon a Red Eyes. We have Time Thief, but that doesn't really help us right now. That's actually interesting. I mean, you could play on turn 0. That was kind of cool. I guess we just set this monster and pass, or summon this monster and pass. That really isn't a bad card. It lets him play on turn 0. If your opponent special summons a monster, send this card from your hand or field to the grave. Special summon Red Eyes monster from your hand deck. Except Red Eye Soul. You can only use this once per turn. That's not a bad effect. We're going to activate Time Thief Redoer. Get a card off the top of our opponent's deck. We're going to get a spell card. Awesome. Claw of Hermos. Okay. Interesting. They're going to activate Red Eye Soul. Sorry, no, I'm sorry. The card of stone. Cards of the red stone, which is basically like trade in for Red Eyes. Now they've got Red Eyes in graveyard. They're going to activate Red Eyes Fusion. I'm not afraid of the target because it's Meteor Dragon basically most of the time. If it's either Meteor Dragon or one other card, yeah, it's going to be Meteor Dragon. And we have Dimensional Prison, so Meteor Dragon doesn't really worry me too much. He has Meteor Dragon, and because he used Red Eyes Fusion, he won't be able to use Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, so I mean, in my eyes, he kind of hindered himself. He's going to use this to send and then search a card. So he's going to send the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. He's going to search out Red Eye Spirit, which is another recursion card. So he's got a lot of recursions for a couple of turns here. A bunch of 2400 attack monsters. And our monster is obviously 2400 attacks. So he's going to attack right now. I probably need to take this, or I can use the ledger book, but probably just need to activate this effect and then detach and take 28, because I'm going to detach this and I'm going to detach the other one. I'm going to detach the other one, draw a card. Now I'll take the 28, but if he attacks with the other monster, then I'm going to use the Dimensional Prison, because if this card is sent to graveyard for any reason, it gets to special summon a Red Eyes monster back. So if I banish it, he won't be able to summon a Red Eyes monster back. That's pretty good there. And now I have, and I just realized he didn't even use the effect to burn me, did he? Or maybe he did. No, he didn't, because I have 52. Or did he use the effect? I'm not even sure. No, he didn't use the effect. I have no idea why, to burn me. So we're going to special summon the Time Thief back. And hopefully we get a trap card. That would be best. See, off the top of his deck, not off of mine. We're going to activate this. He's going to activate Red Eye Spirit. He can summon any Red Eyes monster back. Doesn't really matter which one he summons. He can summon any of them back. He's going to summon regular Red Eyes back. Which again, I don't really have anything right now that can really help me anyway. Spell card's pretty good. Spell card's definitely pretty good. So we're going to activate that. I mean, it's not like we have a monster to dodge around anyway. So we're going to detach the draw, see what else we draw. Forbidden Chalice can help us get over this Red Eyes. I mean, that's something. And then we can't quite get to the really big monster, so I guess we just go to battle phase. And I don't even know if it really makes sense. Actually, it does. So I'm going to attack, chaining on, battle step, and then damage step. We're going to activate the Forbidden Chalice, beef up our own monster, and we're going to attack over his monster. And it actually did make sense, because he can special summon this back, the monster back technically. But we have the memory loss here, so we can switch his monster to defense mode and negate the effect. So that will be half decent. And then if he attempts to do it, then he can't activate Red Eyes Fusion, which he can if he wants to search off of this card right here, the Meteor Dragon. So we're going to activate Time Thief to grab something off the top of his deck. It's a spell card, so we get to draw again. So that's pretty cool. But we have a decent amount of interruptions right now. Yep, he's going to activate this, unsurprisingly, so he can activate another Red Eyes Fusion. Red Eyes Fusion, yeah, you can add it back from the graveyard. That's kind of cool, too. You can add back from graveyard, so you only have to play one Red Eyes Fusion. I have no out to this, so I'm going to have to let it go through. He can summon another Red Eyes Fusion monster, which is probably going to be the same thing all over again. Another Comet Dragon is going to be coming out. Comet Dragon's annoying to deal with because even if you out him, he essentially can summon another Red Eyes monster from the graveyard. And this time he actually remembers to do this effect. I can negate this and switch it to defense, and the next turn attack over it. So I think I'm actually just going to do that. I'm probably just going to do that. I'm going to activate it, switch it to defense, and attack over his monster. But again, the problem is that he's got these monsters that have a ton of attack that come back. So even if I do out this, he can just bring it. Like, he's still going to float. He's going to set one, and I kind of have to do this. I kind of have to activate the ledger book to banish this until the end phase, because if I don't, I lose my Time Thief, and that's my one line of defense right now. So I'm going to activate this in the end phase to draw a card. At least we're going somewhat plus with this Time Thief. Another Forbidden Chalice isn't bad. Ledger Book's going to bring back his monster. And we get a Barrier Statue, which isn't bad. Depending on what we draw, that might have won us the game. It really depends on what we drew. We drew that thing. That might have won us the game, depending on how we play this. I'm not really sure how to do this, but that might have won us the game. I mean, no, it doesn't win us the game, because the problem is, I mean, it prevents him from doing this, so that's good. I think we have to just risk it. I think we have to normal summon the Barrier Statue. I think we just have to risk it. So I think we just go to battle phase. We attack over this. He doesn't have any fire monsters in graveyard, so at least that's good. Yeah, he doesn't have any fire monsters in graveyard, so at least we outed his monster. I should have attacked this too. So I'm going to set this, because just in case this was the little... There's two Red Eyes that he could have. He can have the one that attaches as material, and this is the one that summons from deck. So if this is the one that summons from deck, I should have just destroyed it. But at least we prevented him from doing that. Now we go to end phase. We hope to get a trap card. If we get a trap card, we're golden right now. If we get a trap card, we can put this on the top of his deck. And then he's basically stuck on this. So let's see. Fingers crossed for a trap card. Please, a trap card. That's what we ask for. It's a monster. Okay. Not a trap card, but it happens. Alright, he's going to normal summon Gearfried. Gearfried would have been another out anyway. He's going to attack probably over the Barrier Statue with this. I don't really have anything I can really do here. I just kind of have to accept it. And with this, I think I just kind of have to take the damage. I'm going to move this out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm just going to live for another day here because I have no choice. I'll take the 28 damage. And we're at 16, which means that just about any Red Eyes card can really beat us right now. But we'll see. It is the card. I should have attacked that. I should have 100% attacked this card. Right, they're going to shuffle back. They're going to add back the Black Stone. They did already normal summon. This is looking really, really, really bad for us, but they're going to activate this. Red Eyes Darkness Metal to summon back any dragon. He can summon back Comet Dragon, and he can fusion summon. If it leaves the field, he can summon a monster back. And he can summon this thing out. Things fell apart very quickly. There is a card that can save us, though, for sure. But I'm just going to... If we get it, we get it. But there is definitely a card that can save us. That is not it. I mean, that is kind of it, but, I mean, that can technically save us. So we're going to activate the effect of Time Thief Redoer. Get a trap card. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so that card actually can save us. Okay, so a few different things that we can do here. We can bounce his monster back, which we can do, but I think we can get to Crusadia Avermax, which would actually do a lot for us. It'd do a significant amount for us. This is actually probably one of the most... I don't even know what card's really dangerous here for us, but we have a lot of good stuff that we can do. I think we're in good shape here. So we're going to normal summon Purple Poison. And then we're going to special summon this out. And then we're going to... We can activate this for sure before we link it away, but I don't know what to put on top of his deck. Probably something that's not super useful. I think that's the best thing to put on top of his deck. It's something that's not super useful. Most of his Red Eyes are in the graveyard. So I think this card would actually be kind of dead. So we're going to activate. And we're going to put detach. We can also detach and put this on the top of his deck. But then he's going to be able to fusion summon it back out and burn us. So we definitely don't want to do that. Okay, we don't want to do that. What's something that's useless that we can put on? Probably this one because he doesn't have any more normal monsters. And then we can go into Crusadia Avermax here. So we just go Land for Lankus, right? We go Land for Lankus. And then Crusadia Arborea can summon itself to a Link monster column. So that special summons itself. And then we go 2 monsters. We go Reprodocus using these 2. Now we go into Mr. Crusader Avermax, and we have a Crusader Avermax protected by... Yeah, we have a Crusader Avermax that is protected by Arborea in the graveyard. So, can't be targeted, can't be essentially destroyed by battle, and most importantly, it cannot be... We have some other protection, so that's good. So we have decent protection on it. We're going to activate this in damage calculation, do 3,000 damage, and then we just pass. We have a Crusader Avermax protected by Arborea that floats, can't be targeted, gains attack, and we have Forbidden Chalice. So, all decent stuff. He can technically beat us by normal summoning a Red Eyes. That's fine. So you can use this effect, tribute, special summon, or level 7 or lower Red Eyes. It's fine. I don't really know what that really does for him. That's completely fine. He's going to summon out another one of these, which again, I'm cool with that. I don't really mind that. He's going to go to battle phase. He's going to attack with something. I don't know if he realizes this, but every battle we gain attack. Every single battle. So we're going to activate the effect. We're going to do 3,000 damage. He can activate the effect, trigger it to special summon something else. That's totally fine. He can summon a different Red Eyes monster. So he's going to summon regular Red Eyes in defense mode. That's fine. This one he summoned in attack mode this turn, and it's special summoned. And if we attack it, we essentially win. He's going to attack this. Our effect is not once per turn. So I think we just win now. Yeah, he has... we gained... And we won. Okay, that's one way to do it. That was looking really dire for a second there. See, the normal monster deck, if we play against more decks like that, then I think that we can actually win. And it would be very fun to watch. But the problem is we don't play that. We play against like sprites and then we struggle. So that's pretty good. All right, we ranked up to 4, gold 4. We're going to get to all the way to platinum again, so it doesn't matter. We got Garuzis, which doesn't do anything for us. We got this plant, which doesn't do anything for us. And then we got 2 legacy tickets. Out of curiosity, this is what our opponent's playing. He's playing super anime Red Eyes. There is not a non-Red Eyes card in this batch of cards. Everything's a Red Eyes card. He's playing Mountain. I don't even know why it's here, but everything is a Red Eyes card. So he actually legitimately did not have an out to Crusader Avermax here. Nothing was going to out Crusader Avermax. There's actually one card that can out Crusader Avermax. It's Red Eyes Alternative Dragon. But that card is actually not in this video game at all. And why it's not in here, I have no idea. But yeah, Red Eyes Alternative Dragon is not in the game, but it actually can beat it. All right, let's open up this master pack. Well deserved. This has been really tough today. Like I said, the beginning of the month is always horrible because there's so many high-level decks at the beginning. This is not really usable for us, but it can attack again in a row. Defense position monster, inflict piercing. I mean, yeah, we don't have any level monsters, so it's not going to work. Yeah, this is a Djinn card. Doesn't really work for... Actually, yeah, this doesn't really work for us, unfortunately. The Teller Knight card doesn't really work for us. Already have this. Doesn't really play well with the rest of our deck. This is one of the worst archetypes out there, Dream Mirror. This we already have and we aren't using now. Resonator Command is another card. Discard a Resonator. We don't have too many. Add a level 4 Fiend. Wouldn't be too bad if we had some of that stuff. Overall, this pack was a complete dud. Alright, so we've got 2 legacy tickets. Let's see what we got out of here. It showed that there was a UR, but honestly, a lot of the URs kind of suck. I've never, ever seen this. Gorgon's Egg. I have no idea where this card is. I've never seen it. I have no idea where it's from. Death Croaking. Can't use. We don't have the Death Frog, so definitely can't summon 3 of them. We've got Block Attack. Can't use that. And another Curry Babylon. We have a playset of Curry Babylons. A playset of an Ultra Rare. That is shocking. That is shocking. A playset of an Ultra Rare card. That's crazy. Yeah, once again, these are the Ultra Rares that are in here. We have a playset. There's commons we haven't pulled. Just to be clear, there's common cards we have never even seen. We have a playset of Curry Babylon. Bananas. La 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 la.